It's Monday. It is the 20th, January 20th. Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
It is the Knockem Comedy Radio Show coming at you live on Gov's Comedy Club Radio from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in legendary Levittown. Legendary Levittown, legendary comedy club, legendary people. Sallie. Sallie's here, and Don Sill is here, ladies and gentlemen. Don Sill is there.
Thank you for having me today.
Welcome to awesome. Put Up, Shut Up, or Stand Up with Don Sill. Here we go. All right, we're going to put you on the spot. Go on. You did some stand-up. We'll give you a premise. You give us your bit.
I know, right?
We should do that. We should get Bonnie and Jeff and Mandy in here and let them put you to the test.
We have some words for you that we cast.
Oh, you got
See, I can't even talk.
I'm not even mentally prepared to do that, but I think I would love to try the challenge. Actually,
would you?
Yeah, but I would have to go up against somebody and see how I do. But it's not easy.
Who would you like to go against?
Who would I don't know who I would if I could choose who I would go up against. I don't know, man. I would love to go up against a heavy hitter. Somebody who I think would be really really good, like somebody who would just destroy me.
That's so weird.
Somebody like fast on the. Well, this way I could absorb that and osmosis and try to learn or try to get stronger, or be inspired. It's always good to go up against somebody that's better than you in order to elevate yourself and to be better yourself. If you're going up against people, you could.
I could see you two going up against each other.
Tony would definitely be worthy.
That would be totally fun.
We should do that.
We should do that.
But now you have an advantage. Now you're taking like comedy classes and stuff. You have an advantage. You're learning from some of the best.
But you've been, you're Don Sill. You've been doing this stuff for years. You're a walking. I was going to say encyclopedia. You're a walking Wikipedia of comedy, man. There's nothing gets past you.
I do love stand-up comedy, but that doesn't make me necessarily funny.
But you've done some too, which is also an
I've done stand-up, and I tell you what, Tony, being around governors all the time, being around the comedians, is inspiring me to want maybe to do some stage time again and see if I wanted to. Yeah, I do get inspired sometimes to do it, but I don't know if how I will do, but you never know.
All right, the phone's ringing already. Good morning on the Knockem Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Hello, Tony. Hello, Sallie.
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Dennis.
How are you
here with our
pal?
friend Don.
Hey, Dennis.
How you been?
Yeah, say hi to we have our guest Don here today. Say hi to Don.
Hey, Dennis.
Hi, Don. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, man?
Not bad. I like your show on Saturday. It was really good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you tuning in and watching. Do you have a favorite comedian that you enjoy watching? Like, were you Team Bozy, or were you more Team Bonnie, or do you love Mandy Jones? Are you kind of watching her go through it all?
No, like I said, I like all God's radio. I don't have a favorite.
Very good, yeah.
Good answer, Dennis.
Yeah.
Good answer.
I love all of them on Gov's Radio as well. And even the contestants we have that aren't Gov's Radio, like, next week we have Andrew Plajanos.
Oh, good. Who's he going against?
He's going up against Dana McAllister.
Oh, okay. Hey, Dennis, do you like Benny?
Yes, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's funny. I would imagine you would think he's funny.
Benny,
yeah, he is funny. I'm still married, guys. I'm still married now for 3 months already, guys.
Do you say that because you had like a big fight or something and you're like, whew, still married?
No. We get along very well.
Good. Glad
is
to hear that.
today your 3-month anniversary today, on this day?
Yeah, no, not yet. Not the anniversary yet.
Okay.
But
no fights? Everybody's behaving?
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to see...
So what about doing my show, Tony?
We said we would do it in August, remember?
Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah.
Yep, so start planning.
And what do you want me to talk about then? That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, say it again, Dennis?
What I want to talk about.
Yeah, you have to figure out what you want to talk about. That's right.
I don't exactly want to talk about my business.
Your business. You want to promote your DJ business?
Oh, he's a DJ.
He's a DJ.
What kind of music? You spinning records, or how are you DJing?
I do off my turntable.
Nice.
Actually, I do off my computer to my T-tape. It goes from my computer to my turntable.
Nice. So you rock in the house? You rock parties?
Oh yes.
What's the last party that you rocked, and what's some of your go-to songs?
I have different songs. I have the songs that you play on the radio.
Dennis is a big Justin Bieber fan.
Wow, really?
Yes, I am a big Justin Bieber fan. I love his music.
And Usher.
Wow, Usher.
No, I love Usher too, but I'm a big Justin Bieber fan.
Which I don't understand, because Dennis is like 40-something years old, and he likes Justin Bieber. I don't get it.
What's your favorite Justin Bieber song? I mean, he's got a lot of hits, doesn't he?
My favorite Justin Bieber song has to be Friends.
Oh, yeah.
How's that one go?
Sing it for us, Dennis. Go ahead, sing it.
Can you sing that one for us, man?
No, I don't know how it goes. I don't know how it goes, though.
Oh, come on. All right, that's your assignment tomorrow. You call in tomorrow. I want you singing that song, Dennis.
Oh, boy, really, guys?
Yep,
Yeah,
you
that's
have
what
an assignment.
Yeah, he's got till August to really get it down.
Hold on, we got to wait a minute. I can get to you right now. Just wait a minute, guys. Get to you right now.
No, you don't have to do it now, Dennis. Wait.
I got it right now. I got it. No problem. I got it right now.
Oh, he's going to sing right now?
I'm not sure what's going on.
Good. I want to hear your golden vocals. I hear you every morning. You always call in. Dennis, you call into a lot of the shows. We don't take calls on my show, so we don't get to talk to you. But this is great. I'm really dying to hear your singing talents. This would be amazing.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Fine. There we go. Here we go. Got to wait for commercial now. I got to wait a minute. Y'all want to sing real nice for you guys, too.
All right. It's good stuff right here.
Punching Walter Mama. Sandy Pants and Desmond. Princess and Harvey.
Sing it, Dennis. Sing it.
Sam's Best Roddy.
Yeah.
I'm calling.
Wow.
Calling.
You nailed that one.
Well, it doesn't sound like English, but...
So good. No, that is so good. One day, can we be friends? To be friends. Then have to end.
Dennis, you missed your calling,
Wow. Dennis is awesome, right? That was great.
Good job. That's hard
Nice
to
job,
do.
Dennis.
Wow. Little pitchy in some spots, but other than that, it was really amazing.
I think that's the deal, Dennis. I think every day when you call, you should have a song ready to sing us.
Yes, that'll be awesome.
I can even rap too, guys. Want me to rap too?
Well, all right, save that for tomorrow. You call tomorrow and rap for us.
No. I can do it now, right
You
now.
can't let us have everything in one night.
That's right. You got to leave us wanting more, Dennis.
You don't leave us
I got rap song. Ready? Here we go. Because you ready?
What happened?
Here we go.
He's gonna
I will do a
rap.
rap song for you guys.
Now? Okay.
He's not
all right.
listening.
Here we go. Go ahead.
Okay, yo, my name is DJ D Love. All my friends call me DJ D Love. Man, my friends call me that, but my enemies call me Dennis. I don't rock that, man. Let me tell you something, homie. I hold my girl's radio. Don't play me, man, because my girl's radio has become over denying, man. I don't know what to say, but man, let me tell you, homie. We don't rock us. We don't rock nobody. Man, it's all because of you. Man, I don't know what we're doing. I mean, just chilling with girl's radio, man. Check this out, man. We're with Tony, Sallie, and Dan. That's what I'm saying, man. Check this out, man.
Freestyle.
Yo, check this out, homie. I don't give a fuck where we from. Let me tell you, homie. I don't care. We're from Long Island, New York. Don't play with us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Right off the dome.
Like you said, Ghost Radio's #1. You don't like us? Get the fuck off the channel,
Oh,
baby.
wow.
Now, baby, that's what I'm saying. Check it out.
You rock. What's it, DJ? What's your DJ name?
DJ D Love.
DJ V Love in the house. Yeah.
Hey, homie, that's right, boy.
Dennis, that was great.
Wow. DJ Love.
That was really
D-Love.
good.
Yeah. And he went off the dome. He went off the top of his head. He mentioned us by name and everything.
Yeah.
Mentioned Ghost Radio. That was very impressed with that, D Love.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
Well, like I said, all my guys ready to call me DJ D Love. Not Dennis no more. If they call me Dennis, I would say, fuck like.
D Love has spoken. Wow, very good, D Love. I appreciate that. Was awesome.
D-Love or V-Love?
No, it's DJ D Love, Sally.
DJ D
D-Love.
Love.
Like Dennis.
Like,
Dennis
yeah.
Dennis. Well, that was-
Really nice job, Dennis. That was cool.
Now you got also
Hey,
got to get him.
hold on a second. I even got to tell you something, guys. If you want business cards, come and see me next time. I'll see you bring business cards, too.
Oh, you got business cards
We'll
that say D-Lo?
exchange.
Yeah.
yeah, bring
Yes,
him.
I do.
Yeah, next time. Next time. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
All right, well there you go. Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks, Dennis.
D-Love, everybody.
You love your house, boys. See over here. You love your house.
He's in the house.
All right, get another song ready for tomorrow. All right.
I got you. I got you, homies. I got you. Everybody.
Excellent. Yeah, you definitely got to do some more of that.
All right, Dennis. We'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right, see you guys later. Deuces.
Peace, yo. D-Love, baby.
You say deuces.
He's a whole nother guy when he's D-Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had all that in him.
I know.
There was a lot of that.
10 minutes in, I've lost it already. Holy crap!
Wow.
Yeah, now you're a big rap guy, so you must have been really impressed with
I
that.
was impressed he did that off the dome. He changed his name, and he's kind of like Eminem's Marshall Mathers, but then when he's Slim Shady, watch out. And that's
right.
kind of what I got the vibe with
Jekyll
this
and
guy.
Hyde.
Yeah, it was Jekyll and Hyde. When he's Dennis, he's this mild-mannered, nice guy. D-Love starts dropping F-bombs. He's tells you if you call him Dennis, he'll kill you. You know, he's like, he is like in the zone. He's in the pocket.
Wow, well, it's all downhill from here, man.
I
don't know
definitely
what to do after that.
I definitely want to see him get the party going. You know, put your hands in there. Like I want to see him doing all that.
He should be DJing tonight.
Yeah. the Big Gov's party tonight. I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
Right.
me too.
Yeah.
Although we're mad, Joe DeJesu, I don't know if he's watching. He just told us he's not coming.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Goomba Johnny's watching.
Hey, all right. What's
Goomba.
up, Goomba?
Goomba would be spending the week here. Him and Anthony Rodia. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Thursday night here at the big club.
Goomba, yeah.
Looking for when are we going? Thursday?
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing those guys in action here at Governors. I don't know if there's still tickets for tomorrow night's show.
Yeah, they sold out.
Wednesday
really
and
fast.
Thursday sold out.
Good for him. He works hard.
Oh,
you know?
he sure does. And they're all over the place. They are just
What I
traveling
love
all over the place.
is that Anthony Rodia is really taking it by storm. The Long Island scene, the comedy scene, really doing his thing. I mean, it's crazy. But and then he's got Goomba Johnny, who's like a veteran, been in the
Right.
game for a long time.
Yeah.
Kind of his Obi-Wan. Kind of walking
There
him
you
through
go.
it, showing him,
I like
guiding
it.
him through it all.
So
Rodia
Rodia is Luke.
is Luke.
Obi-Wan
Is
silly Obi-Wan Johnny
yeah, yes.
and Anthony
Obi-Wan
Skywalker.
Yeah, because I think it helps to have a veteran guy kind of lead you through it to you then could avoid some of the pitfalls and some of the mistakes that he may have or may not have made in his career and say, hey, you don't want to go that way. You want to do it this way. Sure. And that definitely can help guide a young guy really towards success. And I know Rodia looks young, but he's a veteran too.
Yeah.
But his career is now taking this second wind, and it's just huge. His YouTube channel and everything is just phenomenal. Even when he comes on here, his numbers are like insane.
Oh my goodness! Especially
Insane.
last week, his first show back after having a baby.
Yeah.
I think we're almost up to 15,000 just on that one show last week.
What do I
It's
got to do to
insane.
tap into that Rodia fan base? So I have to start like making meatballs or something. What do I got to do?
Meatballs.
Because he's got that a New York Italian, Brooklyn Italian market locked.
Right.
And I'm not that. I'm just a mixed breed white dude. But I want to know how do I get that target audience because I admire that and God bless Rodia.
So you got to go for that mixed breed target.
Yeah,
You gotta
that's what I got.
target the
I got
mixed breed audience.
mixed breeds. Are you white and also Filipino? Then hey,
Because there's a huge white Filipino audience out there.
There's
just,
a lot of
just waiting
jokes
to go
for-
crazy.
the only people that ever realize I'm Filipino, by looking at me, are other Filipinos. It's weird.
They do not know you're
They
Filipino.
come up to me and they go, "You Filipino?"
No
I go, "How do
way.
you know?" He goes, "I can see it in your eyes." And I go, "Really?" I was like, "I didn't
No
know that."
way.
That's,
Really?
Yeah. I've only been recognized as being part Filipino, like a handful of times, like literally maybe 4 or 5 times, and it's always by Filipino people.
Yeah, it's funny.
Now your brother you can tell.
Yeah, my brother, you could see he's got the bone structure of
Yes.
the Filipino and all that stuff. But yeah, we got Filipino, Irish, English, and Italian, and then who else knows what else is in there? I got to do the 23andMe and find out.
Yeah, we actually got that for like me and the kids, and we're all going to do like a thing.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
It's
really interesting.
I think it'd be cool to know for sure. But yeah, I mean, maybe I could get on that whole Filipino kick and get that crowd base won over. Start tuning in.
Yep, they're just waiting to go crazy, those
Yeah.
Filipinos.
They're at comedy places all the time, just waiting for you.
And I also need a Goomba Johnny in my life. I need somebody to guide me through and help me out. And
Well, you had Joe Curry in here. Was that this week?
yeah, Joe Curry.
Joe Curry.
And I got Benny Rizzuti.
There you go.
Benny's my guru. Benny Gagooch Rizzuti. If you're watching, Benny, I love you. Benny's a great human being, great guy, and big part of our show. And can't say enough good things about him. So yeah, I do have now that I think about it, I do have my own
There you go.
version of Goomba Johnny. Benny.
Except, Goomba and Johnny's just, playing all over the country.
Right.
And Benny's not.
He's going to come in here and beat you up.
Here he is now. No, Benny definitely has been a big part of our success of our show. He books a lot of the contestants and the judges that come on, and has a lot of really great ideas. So, yeah, it's a good team, the Gagoots and myself, and,
Yeah, you guys have been working together a long time.
Yeah, it's been about 20 years or so, maybe a little more than that. 98, so yeah, 21 years, I guess. 98, he came on the Double D show on WUSB back in the day. We did the show, hit it off, and we've been working together at some capacity or another ever since, really.
Right.
Even when I was away in Atlanta and in North Carolina and all that, we still would be on the phone quite often, going over ideas and come up with different things. He had a lot of shows going on, and
Right.
and yeah, we're always there for each other. So yeah, God bless him.
So, how'd you get the gig at Stony Brook? What was it?
WUSB.
USB.
Stony Brook. I actually was going to school there.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was going to school. I wanted to be
know
in
that.
broadcasting and everything. So I went to school there, took a broadcasting class, and I was, kind of enrolled. I was a little older. I was like in my mid to late 20s at the time, and then
Broadcasting what? Like something like this?
I
or-
wanted to do this. This is if you
That
would
was
have
the dream. But you would have taken like a newscasting job. Can you imagine?
I know.
Hello, everybody. I'm Don Sill. Here's the latest.
And here's the news today.
You'd be laughing through it. The whole
I
time.
know something crazy would be happening, but holy shit! Just start riffing on it.
You just hear your laugh through the whole entire show. Like you wouldn't even be on, and then you just hear your laugh.
They're showing like
Yeah.
a clip of something, and it's like turkeys got loose in the downtown and caused traffic, and I'm just,
Yeah.
just cracking
Everyone
up.
else would be straight. That's so funny.
All right, so you were at Stony Brook.
I wanted to be in broadcasting to some degree or another. I was very influenced, like I think a lot of us, especially our age group, our demographic, by Howard Stern.
Sure.
A huge influence of mine, and I wanted to be basically do what he was doing. And this is right around the time that Opie and Anthony also had started. I think Opie and Anthony started like 97, 98. So I'm sitting there on college radio, and they're now on WNEW, whatever, I think, when they came back to New York. And I'm looking at those guys as my competition, which they really were. I was never in their wheelhouse or ballpark or anything. But those were the guys I was trying to chase at that time period. But yeah, the Double D show was a lot of fun. That's when I got Benny on there. We basically did a lot of fun stuff, but that led me into my career as a writer, because I started transcribing my interviews, and then I would give those over to Good Times Magazine, and then Good Times Magazine just took to me. They liked what I was doing. Rich Bransford over there at Good Times, awesome guy. He's done a lot for the local Long Island, all the scenes, music scene, the comedy scene, whatever scene there is, Long Island, Good Times Magazine always gets behind it and does a lot of good things. So can't say enough good things about them. I was very honored to write for those guys. And at the time, the history of Good Times, you remember Kurt Loder?
Yeah, of course, MTV.
Yeah, so Kurt Loder.
And Tabitha Soren.
Yeah. But Kurt Loder started his career at Good Times. He was a writer for Good Times
kidding.
Magazine. Yeah, and then he graduated kind of from Good Times to Circus Magazine, which is what I did.
Right.
So then Kurt Loder went from Good Times to Circus to Rolling Stone.
Right. Okay.
So I was in my career at this point when I wanted to be a writer for music. I made it through Good Times. Then I graduated to Circus. Got a couple cover stories. It was awesome.
Right. Yeah.
And then I'm like, wow, my next logical step is Rolling Stone.
Stones.
So that's what I was aspiring to be at that point in my career was Rolling Stone, and I was really pushing hard to achieve that. Then one day I looked at all my writing and I was like, oh no, I'm never going to make it. I got to really step up my writing. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Saw Phil Collins last night. He was good.
he was awesome.
He played Susudio. I had fun. I had popcorn.
That was my whole. You just read it verbatim. But I wanted to get to Rolling Stone really bad, and I was pushing towards that. And then one of my best friends was working in hockey at the time, and hockey had a lockout in 2004.
Right.
And he was running there's like the Jumbotron, for lack of a better, the in-game show. He was running the in-game show for the Carolina Hurricanes. And he lost his whole crew. So he came to me one day. He shows up at my house like 7 o'clock in the morning. And he lived in North Carolina. Also, he's back in New York. And he just said to me, hey, man, if you ever wanted to get into video production, now's the time. I can get you in green. I could teach you everything. And you could get into the game. So it was actually kind of a tough decision to move away to North Carolina.
Kinda?
Yeah. Yeah, where in North Carolina where you're living?
In Raleigh. I lived right outside of Raleigh.
That's where my sister lives.
Yeah.
That's right. I
It's
forgot
awesome.
about that. Yeah.
Awesome area. I love Raleigh, North Carolina. My kids grew up there, and it's a great place. And, my first year with the team, we ended up winning the Stanley Cup.
Right.
So I was pretty.
How long were you there?
At that point, I was there for about a year because I started at the end of 04, the beginning of 05. They finally kicked the season back in the 05-06 season. So by June of 06, we're hoisting the Stanley Cup, and I got Corey Stillman, one of the players, pouring it, from the cup. Whatever I drank out of that cup, it was warm and slimy, but you know what? It was it was great. And Corey Stillman, one of the players himself, poured it right into our mouths. It was a great day.
Warm and slimy.
It was. You think it's going to be like a nice cold beer or champagne taste, and it's just warm and slimy but you know what?
It's like punch or something with like ice cream. I'm trying to think of how
So all the porn stars say the same thing.
I'm trying to help him out.
Well, when Corey was walking through, so Corey Stillman, so they enter so we're all waiting around for the team to show up because they're all in the locker room going nuts.
Right.
Then a lot of them shaved their playoff beards and just had these porn stashes. So all of a sudden we see Corey Stillman and Aaron Ward and all these players start walking through, and Stillman's holding the cup, and Brendan Moore's there. He's the captain at the time.
Right.
And Eric Stahl and all these guys. And all of a sudden they come walking through. And all of us, the employees and the staff and the GM, like, Jim Rutherford and all, are all applauding. Yeah! So they come through, and then everybody just starts pouring random shit into the cup.
Random shit.
Yeah, like it's just like champagne, beer, like everybody's just throwing glasses of stuff in there, wine. It's just this big mixture of what everyone's throwing in there. So then finally he stands up. He's holding it. Now, the players already drank out of the cup in the locker room. They already did. So now it's the time for their family, friends, staff.
Now it's the riff-raff. Then
So
there's some Windex in there.
Yeah, it could have been anything. And nobody cared. Like, it was almost like being at church when they put the cup in there. And then nobody cares about the germs. Oh, yeah, I can't get, like, the lady in front of you online has a huge thing. And then he just wipes it and turns it, and it's supposed to be bad. Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, I'll forget that lady had that huge thing on her lip. But anyway, especially when they got the medicine on it, it's shiny. And then they still do it. And then he just wipes it and turns it. Like, that doesn't make it any better, Father.
And then you get up there, you're like...
I'm like,
and he's like...
He's like, it's okay, I blessed it all.
Yeah. I bless those germs.
So Stillman's standing up on this thing, and he's got the cup full of stuff, and he just starts pouring it. And everyone is like, mass crowd all of a sudden, looking like, you ever see birds in a nest when they want to eat? Look.
They're like...
Everyone's like,
Making the noise.
and you're fighting, with the other people. Like his face is next to you. And you're like, and you don't want to get, and you don't want to get passed over. You're like, and you're almost gonna fight somebody. Like I'm pushing out, like like one of these guys' wives out of the way.
Right.
So finally, Stone gives me some, and it's this warm, filmy, like gross shit. But I'm like, come on. I want more of that.
Bird juice or something.
Yeah, it was gross. It was salty. I don't know what the hell they put in it.
Salty. Like squished pretzels.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what they did in it, man? Like I don't know what the hell. I've heard some stories what happens in that cup.
Like jizzed in it.
Yeah, they may have. They may have tried to pull a fast one on us.
You would think this is the cup the losers would get. So, all right. So, oh my God.
So
All right, so I just want to go back. So, hi to everybody that's watching. Derek, Evan, Relaford, Tom Galati, Felix is watching. Jeff Bosey's watching. Andrew Plajanos is watching.
He's gone next week.
Yeah, he's going next week. He had a lot of funny comments about the half being a breed of different things. He wanted us to play share half
yeah,
breed.
he's a smart guy.
He is. He's
really
awesome.
is funny.
He said, "What will I get extra points if I tell a joke in Gaelic?" I don't know. Greg Filippo is watching. Chris Hooks wants he wants you to tell the story of the 3 hours when you guys had the cup by yourselves.
Oh yeah, we had the cup. So we were on tour with the cup all week. We were covering it, and Hooksy. I love you, buddy. Hooksy was there. Well, there's a special bond you have when you go through these types of things with people. And Hooks was one of our producers on the set. Me and him were shoulder to shoulder in a lot of everything we did that for seasons. For at least 3 or 4 seasons we worked together. But that season in particular was a huge one because we were all new to the team that year. Because like I said, when Pete Soto, he lost his whole crew and had to rebuild.
So and what does that even mean? So they had the lockout, so the crew was like, "Screw it, we need jobs" or something. Like
basically, they got scared. They didn't know, like some of these guys, jumped ship, and some of them were actually laid off. So it was a scary time.
Sure.
So like those guys before us had left and made room for us. So Chris Hooks got the gig. I got the gig, and then Stephen Rutherford got a job too as our graphics guy. So it was the 4 of us.
Okay.
With Pete.
Right.
And we took a lot of pride in our show and everything that we did, but we got to party with that cup. And we walked around. I think the guy's name was Warren, was the guy who was the keeper of the cup.
Well, like an NHL appointed guy?
Yeah, he has to stay with that cup 24/7. He showers with it.
Come on.
Yeah, he told us he showers with it to keep it clean and wash it. Yeah. And he told us some crazy stuff that goes down with that cup in different places. Like if let's say a Finnish dude goes, "I want to take the cup with me to Finland for because every player gets the cup for 24 hours, and they could do whatever they want with it.
Oh, really?
And he could travel. So if the guy wants
so he has to go with it?
Yeah.
Like from teammate to teammate.
He'll stay at their house.
He goes and stays like on the couch holding it, making sure
Yes,
like nothing.
He's got to make sure
because
nothing.
he can't let it get stolen.
Can't let it get stolen or damaged or mistreated
like
or
every
whatever.
time he goes to the bathroom.
Well, he's had players. I can't name the player, but players give him money so they could take the cup alone in the room and do things with their wives or whatever in that cup. So you don't know what's going on. And then that's the same cup that the family man will take, and him and his family eat cereal out of it.
Yeah.
So that cup has been around and seen some stuff, man.
Yeah, a lot of love in that cup.
A lot of love in that cup, including the mulchy stuff that we drank. And Hooks could attest to everything I just said.
Well, he did. He said, he goes, "This is Chris. I worked with Don. He is not lying about the story of the birds."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's when he wrote that.
So what happened with the 3 hours?
So we ended up, we made good friends with him. And he liked us, the keeper of the cup, Warren. So he's
I'm the keeper of the cup.
Yeah, and he's with us on everything in this tour, dude. We had to go. We took the cup to all of our sponsorships. So like whatever the sponsors were, like if it was Pepsi Cola, what have you, we go to that company, bring the cup. All their employees got to take pictures with the cup that day. So we were there for hours and hours, and just bonding with this guy, the keeper of the cup. So one day we're driving around at night, and he says, "Hey, if you guys," because he was laid back as hell. This guy, he actually had that kind of demeanor, like, if you guys want the cup for the night, man, just fine. What if you got whoever lives closest, let's just go to your house and let's have a party, man.
He's probably like just some dude's like brother-in-law that didn't have a job.
I know, right?
Like maybe he'll sell more weed on the road.
Keeper of the coke.
But
Get off my wife's couch.
But they take the cup stuff serious, man. Like they wear white gloves. He has to be. It's an honor if, like, let's say if he's with you and he says, "All right, Sallie, would you like to take the cup out of the box?" And you're like, "Really?" Yes. And then it's like an honor just to remove it from the box.
Yeah.
And only people worthy, like players,
like the sword and the stone. thing?
could hold it over their heads. He will not allow.
Oh,
anyone,
really?
Yeah. And I got to hold it over.
I was
my
going to say, I have a picture of you holding it over your head.
We all did. Hooksy's got the. So we all got to hold the cup that day with the team, with the players and the families. And we're like, there was a point where we're all partying with the cup, like our crew. And then Kevin Adams, one of the captains, came up to us and goes, "Guys, can I get the cup back? We're gonna take some pictures." And we're like, "In a second, Kev." Kid Rock was there.
Oh yeah.
Cuba Gooding Jr. was there, and I got drunk with Cuba. Where Cuba Gooding Jr. I told him, I'm drunk as hell too at this point, and I'm talking to Cuba. And I said, "Dude, man, I love all your movies, but man," he's like, "Boys in the Hood, that was classic." He grabs me by my ears, pulls me, we're forehead to forehead.
What?
And I could smell the beer in his breath and everything. He's like, "That was the first one, man. That was the first one, man." And I'm like, "Yeah!" And we have a picture of us, and I obviously look a drunken mess in that picture.
That's right. What a great night.
That was great. In the 3 hours, so the party, so then we ended up going to the private party, which was at this guy Doug's house. And he lived close by. I think this is the story Hooks is talking about. We partied like crazy with that cup. We drank out of that thing. We did everything with that cup except literally have sex with it. We did everything with it. If that cup had a hole,
to have sex with it.
If the cup had a hole in it, we would have did the train. And the guy Warren would have just sat back and watched us and be like, "All right." But we did we had a champagne fight in this guy's apartment and like sprayed the wall. Probably still stained to this day. But it was a party. That was that was a long time ago. That was 2006, and still remains one of the great days. I mean, the Stanley Cup.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, cross that off the bucket list.
Chris Hooks said, "I'm dying here."
Just remembering it all.
Some people don't even think to put that on their bucket list.
I know, because I mean, it was one of those things I put it on my bucket list after. I was like, and then just like cross it off.
And then people look at your bucket list. What a cool list.
I never in my life.
I know. I thought of it all myself.
I never in my life thought that I would be part of a Stanley Cup. I never thought I'd be part of a hockey team prior to this, let alone a Stanley Cup winning team. In my first year, remember, it's my first year. And we also won a bunch of awards for our videos, too.
Right.
Me, Hooksy, and Pete, and Squatch. We call him Squatch, Steve Rutherford. And we won like 3 Telly Awards for our videos. We had a great year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then the cup to boot, and my first season. So after that, it's like, this is easy. Let's do this again, you know. And here we are, like, how many years later, and no such luck.
Well, right, and the natural progression.
Yeah.
Stanley Cup.
And now, here I am now.
Here you are. You could put this on your bucket list, too.
This was. And I am very proud of everything we're doing here. GubsRadio.com.
No, it's like singing that. Do you hear that? GubsRadio.com.
.com. No, but the sports career has been good to me, man, and with the Stanley Cup and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I always aspired to do stuff like this, man. I love this. I love being around comedians. I love being around creative people. And that's what it's all about for me,
Yeah, I hear you. Being around creative. A lot of creative people are positive people.
Yes.
That's what I've come to find, and it makes it easier to, when you're around people like that, you're just enjoying yourself more, and it makes it a little easier to live, because we're not making any money. So it just makes it a little more fun, at least.
I think sometimes it's weird to say, because we all obviously want to make the money, right?
Right, of course.
But I think sometimes the money could take away from the funny. Sometimes
money could take away from the funny.
Money could see that.
Oh,
Hey,
look
put
at
that DJ Love, D Love.
Yeah.
So you have that.
DJ.
What was that other one we were joking around about? That sometimes people just are. He said. Remember, he said something on the show a few weeks ago, and we were making fun.
I don't remember.
And then, but although you had one this Saturday, right? You said something about just stay drunk.
Oh yeah, to the Australian ladies, the
Right,
drunken,
that was it.
the drunken
ladies.
Australians.
We love the Australians. Hope you stay drunk.
Just stay drunk.
Just stay drunk. That's the best way. I wish I could imagine if we could always be drunk.
Yeah.
And just like that kind of mindset, everybody, not just because if it's one drunk person, that guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
But if we're all drunk,
Yeah.
then it's just the world's a better place.
Yeah, then it's just a great night.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true. I mean, that is the goal of most people, right? To get through the week and then go drinking.
And then just have that buzz, that happiness.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Do you ever go to like a party and like you don't drink?
Yes.
I've done that a handful of times. Probably not as much as I should.
Right.
But I remember like one time I went to this like it was like a small high school reunion for you. What?
I'm just curious where this is going because that's my life.
I know, but that's
So
what
I'm
I'm
curious to
saying.
hear
He
what you have
knows
to
what
say
it
here.
is like all the time, and I was going to bring you into it because you like let me know. So we're at this party, and I'm not drinking that night. So and I'm meeting like a lot of his friends because we're at different ages in high school, and
She's older.
I'm older. But I
Nice.
know some of them, and so I'm talking to them, and we stayed for like a good portion of the night, and it was really interesting at first, and then a couple of hours in, I was like, I would go up to this, I went up to this one guy, and I said to Tony later on, I was like, I always thought he was like smart, like I kind of feel like maybe did he like. I don't know, did he hit his head? Like, I was really being honest. Like, I was thinking, did he have some type of brain trauma? He's like, Sallie, he was drunk. I'm like, oh. I'm like, because he was like, blah, 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 blah. And then I was thinking to myself, this whole entire room of people going, blah, 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 blah. And that's what he, like, lives with all the time.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's not easy when you're the only sober person.
Yeah.
And then,
I never want to do that again.
The only thing I don't like is having to clean up the messes and having to drag somebody out. That if
that's
it's not
the
getting
worst.
to that level of stupid, then I'm cool. I don't care. We're just laughing, having a good time. But when they start, or if a fight breaks out, that kind of shit, then I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I don't like babysitting.
Yeah.
The
oh, God, I
conversation
hate that.
gets stupid.
Yeah.
Like, not stupid, like weird, just like dumb.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Like
But
after a while,
even
you're like,
that
I
you
feel
can
like I'm
just have
talking
fun
to
with.
like a second grader, you know?
Chris Hook says, you guys may know this already, but Don is by far the hardest working guy I've ever seen. His desire to get better.
Wow.
He always talked about his passion for comedy. I'm so proud to see him doing this. We talked for hours about our passions because our office was the size of a closet. And that guy never gave up. Yeah, I
Thank
would
you,
agree,
Hooksy.
man. I
Thank
would
you,
agree.
Hooksy. And right back at you, buddy. I appreciate you. Chris Hooks is a stand-up dude, and he's been at it for a long time himself. He's in radio,
Where does he
too.
live?
He's in North Carolina. He's
Okay.
married, got a beautiful boy.
And he's in radio down there?
I believe he's in radio at some capacity. I know he was a play-by-play sportscaster
Oh, nice.
and stuff like that, and he's following his dreams as well, and
sure.
has done a lot of great work as well. So he's a great guy, man.
Brian Fester's watching. Hey, Brian, hope you're feeling good.
What's up?
And Benny Rizzuti is watching.
The Gagoots!
The
The Gagoots!
Gagoots. One of our favorite guests here when he comes in. And
Yeah, I
now
really
co-host.
like when he comes in here.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have a good time with him.
He's great, man. I love Benny Rizzuti.
And talk about a guy that never gives up. I mean, again,
Oh,
this is a
man.
guy, I think on the local, I think I told him this once, like on the local scene, he's like the Godfather. I mean, he
knows
You know,
everybody.
even before everybody was doing podcasts or streaming, he was doing cable access.
Yeah.
Always just out there doing his thing. Oh, Anthony Rodia is watching. Good
All
morning,
right.
Anthony. We were talking about you before.
Yes.
I hope you're well.
Rodia.
Anthony, by the way, Anthony, I have, is it here? It's in the other room. Anthony, when you had your baby, Govs Radio, we got you a gift, and we sent it to your house, but it obviously, you're probably saying right now, what do you mean? I didn't get a gift. Because it didn't go there. It was delivered somewhere else. But we have retrieved it, so tomorrow when you come in, I'm going to hand it to you. And if that's right, I'll give it to you on the air. Anthony's coming in tomorrow night. Normally is him and Goodbye Johnny's show. Sorry for what? Every Tuesday at 8. They are doing the show for a few minutes tomorrow before they walk out and hit the stage on the other side of this building. So tune in tomorrow night at 8, but tune in right at 8. You don't want because he's only
Yeah,
gonna be
how
on
long
for
do
a
you
few
think
minutes.
he'll have?
I think we're talking 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So he's going to come in
Just say hi.
and then boom, right
Boom.
to the stage.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's.
Maybe we could start like
great.
a little, like a tad earlier or something. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
No, I like we were saying earlier. I love Rodea. I love what he's doing.
Yeah.
The guy's like a fireball.
Well, right, like we said with Benny being a pioneer of, going back 20, 25 years ago with, doing cable access and stuff. Now, you can say the same about Rodea now.
Yeah.
I'm sure, 10, 15, 20 years now, people are going to say that guy was like the Godfather because the way he did things was so smart. Just studying social media and the whole analytics of it all and then getting into it.
Yeah. How he utilized social
Exactly.
media hasn't really been done like to that level since I think maybe
Right.
Dan Cook.
You're live on the air. Who's this?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Who's this?
Oh, come on, stop.
Oh, is that?
My voice hasn't changed that. My voice hasn't changed that much.
Oh, no, it's Jeff.
Oh,
Bosie.
Bosie. It actually.
Oh, see.
What up,
So
Bosie?
either way,
How you doing,
either way,
buddy?
listen. A lot of people are reaching out to me. They're saying, stay away from sharp objects. Dog walks off of short piers. And I'm telling them, listen, it's all good. I want everybody to know, still tune in, watch Put Up, Stand Up, and Shut Up. It's a great show. Everybody's got it. Look, the key thing is, I just want to tell everybody, the key thing is, don't hesitate. If you like that person, you got to get out there and vote.
Right.
That's the main thing. If you like a person a lot, vote. And that's the whole thing. It's a game show, and everybody had a great time. I had a blast. I loved it.
Right, and it was a honorable loss. You did a super job.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
You were hilarious. And, I'm glad to hear that you are not, in danger of committing suicide or anything over that. No, because there was a running joke that he was depressed. Goonan kept saying that he was very depressed because of his delivery and everything.
Yeah.
But I think Bosie did a great job. It actually came down, and it's ironic that it came down to the fan poll. Of all things, because of all the drama about the fan poll prior to that day. But it was so close. It was as close as you can get. It was 100 points to 101.5, which Bosie had.
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it came down to the fan poll.
I know,
So
yeah,
the fans'
crazy.
voice counts. The fan vote does count. And Bosie, I was surprised in a way because Bosie promotes everybody's stuff. He's so great that way.
Oh, he's so
Yeah.
supportive.
Yeah.
One of the biggest supporters.
He
Absolutely,
came
he's
out to
great.
White Post Farm and watched me make kettle corn. That's how supportive Jeff Bosie is.
So I figured that he would.
Like, my family doesn't do that.
Did he buy some?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
I think
Of
I
course
actually.
I did.
I think I probably gave it to you. Did I? I must have.
Right.
Yes,
I just
tried-
secretly steal from them for people like Jeff.
I tried to slip her some cash, and she was like, "You look like you're homeless."
No, but Jeff's always a great guest on the show. Great guy to have on there.
Absolutely.
I'm sad that I know it's a lot of work, and that to get to the final round, the contestants have to be on the show 4 times. That's 4 times of going through this process, and I don't know if Jeff was getting burned out or not. But I tell you what,
I'm relieved. My Saturdays are open. So now I can actually spend time with my family.
yeah, you're going to find something else to do. You'll be on another comedy stage somewhere.
It's not, listen, I just want to sit there and say, listen, you have a great show going. I love that you started it. It's awesome. It's a great way for everyone to see the up-and-coming talent that's out there. I wish every one of the contestants best of luck. Work hard. Don't go ahead and think you're going to get it. You got to work hard in
That's
order
right.
to achieve the goal.
That's right.
So.
Thank you, Bosie. I appreciate that very much, my friend, and you rock, buddy. I'm a big supporter of Jeff Bosie.
Thanks, Jeff.
Love you, man.
All right, you guys have a great day. I got to get back to that thing, Talk to you later.
Nice.
All right, Jeff. See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, Jeff was great on the show, and I love that it was Jeff representing the Limo Talk show versus Bonnie Scalisi, who represents the Three's Company show.
Right.
And it was kind of a fun little Govs Radio thing going on, and it was a lot of fun, man. I think challenges like that are always fun. They bring out the best in everybody. So,
all right, so going back, Anthony is saying that maybe he could go a little early.
Yeah, just
So,
like a
all
little, just a tad early. Maybe
right.
like 5-10 minutes or something.
All right, we can do that. And he said he's going to share you guys on the
Oh,
comedy
you
page.
actually can't. Cause do you have a? Do you have?
I have the comedy class.
You have the comedy
It's all right.
class.
So, but they'll let them start. It's his show. Let him start as early as he wants.
Yeah. Okay.
Carlo Russo is also watching. Hello, Carlo Russo.
hello, Carla.
Have you ever done any of the comedy classes?
I've never done a comedy class before. I'm not opposed to it. I would love to.
He has 1 week under his belt, so this Tuesday.
Yeah,
is-
Tony. Yeah,
Yeah.
you enjoying it so far?
I I found it interesting. Again, it's only just the one class so far, but because I don't want to say I have a little bit of an advantage over some people in the class, but I've been doing, I haven't done stand up, but I've been doing comedy performing for almost 30 years, 25, 30 years.
Yeah, you've been in the biz.
So immediately, because the whole first class was each person had to turn on the stage, and we just had to hold the mic, and John was just asking us questions, random questions. What do you do? Do you have a family? Just random questions.
That's right in your wheelhouse.
Exactly. So, and there were other people like this too. Some people that had done something, any type of performance before. You can tell because some people were comfortable up there, some people weren't.
Right.
So I was able to eye them up. Like one guy in particular, every time he spoke, he took a step back. To the point where he was almost up against the wall. It's like, and I'm not knocking the guy. He's just new at it.
Hey, some
You
people,
just-
they're
right.
learning to
Exactly.
just for that reason.
So but John wasn't giving advice or lessons at this point. So, but obviously, my first thing would have been no, get back in the front.
Right.
So you can pick up on stuff like that.
Oh, sorry.
But is it working? Yep. You're live on the air. Who's this?
17 rings? Seriously?
What do you mean 17 rings? It only rang like 3 times.
17 goddamn rings?
Hey, are you calling me, Anthony, to yell at me? What are you doing?
I gotta buy you guys a new phone. I don't like that phone. It doesn't like me.
$1,000
doesn't agree with
baby.
me.
$1,000
Yeah,
bucks.
it is.
Because I
It's
said,
a
I was like,
$1,000 phone.
I was like, I hate this phone. I'm just going to go get another one. And then Eric said, yeah, I just Googled it. It's $1,000.
No, let's just be authentic. We'll get like a nice payphone on the wall. Better off. I hate that phone.
We've been having trouble recently, but we're looking into it. Somebody's going to be in here maybe today to mess around with it a little bit.
Nice.
We're on
All right, so
top
now
of
you
it.
guys said you sent us something, but it got delivered to the wrong house. So is there somebody in Franklin Square that has my son's onesie?
No, we have
No, we have it. We have it. We got it. Yeah.
Oh, he's getting.
Oh,
it now.
you guys are doing that thing that all Italians do when they don't send someone something, they make believe they sent it and it came back.
Nope. No.
Oh,
No, he's got
But
it
I
right
do
That's
that to a lot
not
of
it
my
at all.
cousins.
Nope.
I do that to a lot of my cousins. Oh, you didn't receive the invitation to our party? Oh, well, we sent it.
No, that's right. You're welcome.
I'll hand deliver it. I don't
There
know
you
what
go.
happened with the mail.
He's watching on a delay, so he doesn't see it yet.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we're holding it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
It's all wrapped, and there's a card. We got a little gift for you, and it's going to be here for you tomorrow night.
No, we were
Nice.
thoughtful.
Well, thank you. Hopefully it's a face mask and a raincoat because
Oh, how
apparently
do you
every
know?
time I change him, he wants to turn
yeah.
on the sprinkler system, a.k.a. his little penis.
I had
Yeah.
one of my boys, and in fact, one of my kids. It was probably like months in, and I actually said out loud, "I don't think there's one day I haven't been peed on."
Yeah.
He got me every day,
This was just
You know
yesterday,
what?
by the way.
I special.
Sam.
every day.
A friend of mine made me feel a little better. He goes, "Well, just think there's a bunch of weirdos out there that go to this website and pay for that stuff. You're getting it for free.
Yep.
You're just
say
getting these little
thank you.
golden showers every day. It's great."
That's your new sponsor, goldenshowers.com.
Yeah. Sorry for what's been brought to you by GoldenShowers.com, where every day's a rain shower.
now we have special news regarding your show, don't we?
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday have officially all sold out.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Congratulations,
Awesome.
man.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's
Thank you.
super. But
Good for you.
I was talking about the radio show.
No, I know. That's just me plugging my sold out shows. See what I did there?
That was that's why you're you.
What's the special news about the show?
Well, there was something that we spoke about just as you were leaving last week.
Oh yeah, I'm going to take a vote and see if everybody wants me to extend it for another hour.
So we're
very
possibly
nice.
doing 2 hours a week with Sorry for What with Anthony Rodia.
Well,
and
my
Knockem.
only issue with that is I don't know if I can go a whole 2 hours with not allowing Gupanjari to talk at all. That's hard. He
Oh,
gets
so he's only
restless
here to
after
look
an hour
pretty?
and 15. What's that?
He's only here to look pretty?
If you think that's what pretty looks like. I can't wait till he watches this. He's going to get me back. But we're going to try to jump on tomorrow night. I'll probably have him go on first. And then I told him since I don't give a shit about his set, I can go on while he's on stage.
Anthony.
And then I can just go on.
We were talking earlier because Goomba was watching, and I was saying that he having a veteran guy like Goomba could be very helpful. Has Goomba helped guide you in any way in your career? Or
1,000%. We were talking about it last night.
Right.
So how quickly this happened for me is almost how quickly it happened when he was on radio.
Right.
He was right. He went right to New York City. And with me, a couple guys always ask me, like, oh, how long you been headlining? I'm like, I kind of started out as a headliner. I rented out a theater. And they're like, what? They're like, well, now I fucking hate you. All right. But, no, he's been awesome along the way, man. He kind of tells me and shows me what not to do. He knows everybody in the business. So, as soon as I meet somebody for the first time, and I'm like, oh, he was cool. And he's like, nah, he's a dick. I'm like, all right.
It's good to have
right.
somebody to let you know all that inside shit.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
does it follow
yeah,
up like a week later? You're like, yeah, he was a dick. Like,
Yeah, right. I'm like, hey, man, spot on. Guy was a complete
Yeah.
douchebag. Had sunglasses
That
inside.
happens with me and Tony all the time. I'm like, he's so nice. He's like, no, he isn't. And then like a month later, I'm like, what
Yeah.
an asshole. He's like, I know.
Yeah. He. You know what it is, and it's also a weird dynamic with him and I. Like, if you told me when I started, hey, man, 6 months from now, you're going to match up with a 63-year-old guy, and you guys are going to be a match made in heaven, I would have been like, I'm not working with my dad. I'm not doing it. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
But we've been a hell of a dynamic, and the chemistry is unbelievable. Like, I just came back. I was Florida for 4 or 5 days at a couple of shows, and these were booked months ago. And, we had a little gay moment. We called each other up, and I was like, hey, man. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm driving in an exotic car in Florida, and I wish you were here with me. He was like, and then we had to quickly snap out of it, and I was like, you're a dick. And he's like, yeah, well, you don't let anyone talk. And now we just hung up on each other.
Let's talk football.
That's it. Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's an amazing dynamic. He's excited. He's
a nice man.
He's awesome. He hasn't been to Governors in Levittown in the main room, I think 14 years. And ironically, the last time he was there, he met his wife.
Oh, no
nice.
kidding.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
That's
yes,
great.
I don't know if that's a good experience. I mean, she seems nice, but I don't. I don't know. I told my wife the place we met shut down, and it was probably because they didn't want to match anybody up anymore. as I'm looking at her right now in the kitchen as she's screwing on her pumps to pump breast milk.
Oh,
Like
nice.
I'm married to. I'm going to start calling her Exxon. She's just like that's all she does, pump all day.
Is that today's video?
No, I can't put this on, but it's hilarious. She does it where she's got this bra. She tucks him in, and she does hands-free pumping.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm on. She thinks I'm on the phone with Sallie Voice. No, I'm not. You're actually on a podcast. Everyone knows you're pumping. You're like a human tap system for breast milk. Sallie and Tony on Gov's Radio.
Well,
Is he deaf? No, I speak loud.
how's her nursing going? Does she have to pump?
Does she have to pump? Sallie, she could breastfeed a small country. We've got nothing but breast milk.
You know,
in
I
the
think
fridge.
we're onto something here. You know, you got
No, it's
Gwyneth,
like
Gwyneth Paltrow is selling her
candle.
the candle with the aroma of her vagina. You're Anthony Rodia,
Yeah,
man.
I smelled that. It smelled a little like low tide. I don't know if I had a bad candle. I don't know if I want to smell a vagina in the house. I get sick to my stomach around the holidays when my whole house smells like cinnamon.
No, I'd be happy with that smell of vagina. But I think we're onto something because you're Anthony Rodia. You can bottle the breast milk and you can sell it because you're a popular guy. People would buy it.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
That's just crossing the line.
fact
I'm
that
really
you sound
sorry,
like
Anthony.
You're gonna buy the first thing of breast milk, Tony. Makes me weird. Hold on. You want to hear me get watch? I'm gonna let everyone hear how I get put in my place by my 4-year-old. What's up?
What's here?
Why?
Because you're too loud and won't go sleeping.
All right.
Yeah.
Good sister,
fun.
looking out for her little brother.
Wow. You woke
Oh, yeah, right. You hear?
Good
I'm
job.
annoying. I'm gonna go upstairs and call Santa Claus and tell him you're off the list for the next 10 years.
Wow.
right. Well, I guess my time's up on the phone because I'm going to get abused by both women in my house.
Hey, Anthony.
One's going to spray me in the eyes with breast milk, and the other's going to throw a figurine at me.
You rock, brother. And I would love to. I know Saturdays are a tough day for comedians, but if you could ever come down to the Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up show and judge, that would be friggin' awesome to have you on board.
Do it. What time is it?
It's from 7 to 9, but we could make adjustments for you to get you.
Is
on
it
there.
this Saturday?
We have shows every Saturday, but yeah, let me know what Saturday you're.
Well, this
available.
Saturday I'm not booked. I'm free this Saturday.
Whoa! All right, yeah, maybe have you come in. That'd be
There's a judge getting bumped.
Yeah.
All right, I'm brutally honest.
All right.
That's all I'm going to say.
That's what we need. We need the brutal. This is the tournament round.
I'm brutally honest.
Yeah.
And
I had a comedian. I'll keep his name out of it. He sent me a video. He goes, "I'm really curious on what you think." He sent me a video, and I said, "Well, you need to work on your delivery. You shouldn't be that nasty. There's certain words you don't have to say. You don't want to hit them with the shock factor before it's funny."
Right.
And he goes, "Well, thanks, dude. Why don't you just tell me I shouldn't do fucking stand-up?" I'm like, "All right, you shouldn't do stand-up. It was horrible. I'll be honest."
No, you have to be honest, and that's exactly the kind of critiques we're looking for these guys. Like Jeff Bosey just called in a little while ago, and
Right.
he could attest to that too. I think the comics that are coming in could definitely learn a lot from you and in your journey and how you've become. Selling out shows like this and the numbers you bring into all your YouTube and
the secret is with the shows, I end up buying all the tickets and I just give them out for free. So it looks good. It's really not lucrative though. It's not financially hard to do. I make nothing. I'm actually in the hole. These three shows have cost me like $20,000.
You got to vote.
Yeah,
right.
Listen, this Saturday is one of the few Saturdays that I'm not working. I actually took off because my son was supposed to come on the 28th, and that little shit had other plans. So it worked out for you guys. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'll talk to Tony tomorrow night, and if I should be able to make it. I mean, it's at Levittown.
Yeah, it's right here.
Right here in the
right
studio.
here.
Yeah, 20 minutes. Plus, my wife would love for me to get out of the house.
You got to, the comments are coming in. People are voting for you to do 2 hours.
Wow.
2 hours. All right. I guess the fans speak, and I'm a slave of the fans. That sounded so corny.
Yeah, that was
I'm
so
like,
weird.
like a politician.
And we were all like just kind of nodding.
We're all like cringing for you.
Yeah, I know. Well, worst case scenario, if I can't come up with 2 hours, I'll just do the normal hour and then just not say shit the last hour.
Yeah.
Just sit there staring at the camera.
That would be hilarious.
You guys wanted this.
Just make
No,
your
we
dad
also-
call
no,
every
I spoke to Goomba Johnny, and it's pretty exciting. All the people that he knows in the business, we're going to be doing where the first hour is basically what we've been doing, and then a good portion of the second hour, we're going to start bringing in some big, huge name guests.
Nice. Wow.
Everywhere from actors to comedians. We've already reached out to a few, and I don't want to drop any names, but they're pretty big names in the industry. So it's going to get pretty fun doing the podcast.
Awesome.
So stay tuned next week. Robert De Niro will be here, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.
Excellent.
Yeah, well, no, I actually am inviting him to fucking eat my ass in the parking lot. Don't ever mention his name.
Exactly why
I
I
can't. You know what? And here's my thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, you don't like Robert De Niro?" Because no, I don't mind what he said. It's how he said it. I don't like how these days to make it in Hollywood, you feel like you have to kiss ass and join the masses.
Right.
Be your own person. If they don't want to book you, if you have enough talent, Hollywood's not going to stop booking you. But don't be an ass. Like, I love what Ricky Gervais did.
Oh, yeah, that was
was
awesome.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. If I ever
Destroyed
see him,
them.
I'm cupping his balls right in public. I love it. I'm like, here's a little fluffer for you, Mr. Gervais. And look what happened. Everybody thought that he was going to get fired. He got more credit than criticism.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. The whole world was
So
behind
just,
him.
whoever you stand up to and what you believe, just stand up. Don't be a fucking ass kisser. I hate that.
Exactly.
I'm going to take this a step further. I think he even kind of helped comedy a little bit because comedy was and we've talked about it on Anthony's show how all these sensitive people have been getting so offended by certain things, where Ricky brought it the other way and everybody loved it.
Ripped him.
No, he brought it to light now, and you know what he's going to do? He's going to cause a lot of the other comedians to go, hey, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to start living on the edge also and
Exactly,
kind of speaking my mind. Yeah, he definitely opened the door a little bit more, and I respect him for that because, listen, it also helps that, he's got a show like The Office and he's got a shitload of money. Where if he does get fired, I do something like that and I crash my career. I'm working at a gas station, but with him, I mean, he's got something to fall back on. But hey, listen, I did something similar 4 months ago, and my manager, Dom, had a nervous breakdown. I basically did like an 11-minute rant, and I didn't sugarcoat it. I said, if you're going to come to a comedy show, watch comedy, and you're going to dissect it, analyze it, and critique it, then you can go fuck yourself. And bottom line is, was it harsh? Absolutely. Did I lose followers? Yes. I lose between 100 to 200 followers a week, but I also gained 4,000 to 6,000.
Wow,
so the ones that I gain are going to give me more respect and be more loyal, and I don't want the other ones. I don't want anybody sensitive.
Exactly.
Wrap yourself in bubble wrap and watch Steel Magnolias. I don't come to a comedy show.
I love that movie.
Yeah. I love that movie. Oh, man.
And what was great about Gervais, too, is he said it right to their faces. And, like, Tom Hanks is, like, sitting there.
Yeah,
and
just making a face.
Oh, my God. They were like, what's going on? This is not the script.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't the script.
People were so shocked.
It was so
No, it was
good.
needed. It was needed.
100%. It was. Listen, if the other side wants to talk, we have to be just as loud. Why? We can't have our opinion?
Exactly.
That's what kills me. It's so one-sided.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm getting riled up.
Listen, I say that now. I'm like, I'll never bend to the masses. I'll never kiss ass. Yeah. Let's let Netflix come to me with a $70 million deal. I'm like, you know what? I think what Ricky Gervais said was highly offensive. Okay, he was out of order. I think Tom Hanks. Tom, if you're out there, I'm offering a hug, Tom. You're gonna be like, hey, what happened? $70 million happened.
Yes,
Tony. Okay.
That's right.
I'm moving to LA and I'm becoming a vegan.
So that's another reason why I hope you get the deal.
Oh, man. Listen, I'll let you guys get back to your show. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and then Saturday should work, man. I should be
Awesome. You rock, man. Thank you.
That's
Anthony.
great.
Thank you,
Thanks,
I
Anthony.
appreciate it. I'll talk
Thanks
to
for
you
the
guys.
call, buddy.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Anthony Rodia
Yeah,
right there.
good
See
dude,
that?
man. Hilarious guy. Everyone should check him out. Like his stuff he does on YouTube is hilarious, man. He's really something, man.
Fun. The phones are ringing a lot
Yeah,
today.
wow.
Hello. There are a lot of people watching today, too. Asunta, Missouri, Carla Okerson, Joe DeJesu, Chris Thomas, Eric Shevlin is watching.
Eric, what's up, buddy?
I think the phone stopped working because Anthony called. I swear.
He usually does break it on Saturdays.
He
Yeah.
does. He's got
On Tuesdays,
he's got
rather.
like a weird bad whammy with the phone.
Bad.
We're trying to get
whammy.
the phones to work, folks.
I think he just hung up on
I
something.
know,
Nope,
but
no.
it's not working, so I don't feel like
Bear
hearing
with
it
us.
ring.
We'll keep
Just
trying. Yeah, keep
Ah, there
the
you
magic
Hey,
touch.
all right.
Hey, you're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
This is Ken Pichelle.
go. Oh,
Thrilled
Ken,
to
please do
follow-
the ads for us. Is that why you called?
I did. I knew you'd want me to do
Yay.
the ads, Sallie.
Thank
I knew you would.
Ken's in. Are you in Raleigh too, or close to it? I forget.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my old stomping grounds, man. I used to work for the Carolina Hurricanes for like 12 years.
I knew that. I
Nice.
saw that. You may or may not know who I am at this point, but we've become Facebook friends, so I saw that in your different Carolina and the Mudcats. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, Zebulon.
This is
That
Don.
is
This is
something
Ken
else.
Pichelle. Ken Pichelle. This is Don. Ken Pichelle
Yes.
is a loyal listener, but he's also the writer of the new show on Saturday mornings, A New Day. He is the writer of their new theme song.
Very good. Ken Pichelle. Yeah,
Dr. Ken Pichelle.
I see him all the time commenting and stuff like that. Big supporter of a lot of the shows.
Oh,
Supports the Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up. And
He's the best.
Yeah. So
He apparently
I
does not
appreciate
get out
that.
much. He watches all of our shows.
Well, I appreciate the support, Ken. And we did just recently connect on Facebook. So happy to be talking to you, buddy.
And he does our ads.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, I was going to say, I think the only negative thing I can say about Put Up, Shut Up, or Stand Up is that it doesn't seem to have an ad slot. But anyway.
Well, we do the hockey ads, and we had Arnie Price came in dressed as a hockey player and did the whole thing for the.
Yeah, that was cute. I like that.
Yeah, he's coming again.
Oh, good.
He loves it.
And, all right, so Ken, if you do the ads today, I promise you I will not play porn music behind you.
Oh, that's nice, because, I really don't care either way, but I prefer not to do it with, such questionable music
He won't even say the word
in the
porn.
background.
Oh,
He says
really?
Which, again,
questionable
it's not,
music.
Wow.
it's not that I won't, it's that I choose not to.
Very nice.
I think we should play porn music till he says porn music.
I don't even know what constitutes
No, I think you
porn
should
music. I mean, it's just music.
just jazz,
Yeah, it's
really.
jazz,
Like,
maybe a little R&B mixed in. I don't know. It's just music.
All right.
Actually,
I
porn
think we
music is
should
anything
focus
that's
back
playing
to-
while you're fucking.
right.
It's
There you go. And I think Ken just
Olivia Newton-John, you know,
I
whatever
think we
floats
should
your boat.
focus back to me thanking you for the connection to have a song that I wrote actually be a theme song, not just used, but the darn theme song. I mean, they blew me away.
It couldn't have been more perfect, your song.
It really was quite the thing that the song fits so perfectly with their show.
I gotta hear it for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be tuning. When's it on? That show?
Saturday mornings at
Saturday
11.
mornings. Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
every other Saturday.
At 11
Oh, that's
every
right,
other
I'm sorry.
Saturday.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Joey Petroni's watching.
Joey, and I saw Joey Cola's watching too.
And Joey Cola too.
Hello, Joey Cola.
Two of my favorite Joeys.
Wow, that's awesome. So those two guys are watching, and you just got Anthony Rodia off the phone, and here I am about to attempt to be mildly the least bit humorous doing your ads.
Well, you do a
let's
great
go for it.
job.
You
and
do a great job.
That's right. Show us how great it
Here
is.
we go. It is ad time. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Bella Vista Pizza. Bella Vista Pizza for the best pizza in the whole wide world. Check out Bella Vista Pizza. They offer thin crust, thin whole wheat, deep dish, and gluten-free pies. Also, pasta and baked dishes, calzones and rolls, heroes, entrees, salad sides, and appetizers. Bella Vista Pizza is located at 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. That's 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview, 516-433-4464. That's 516-433-4464. BellaVistaPizza.com, Bambino. Check them out today. Also follow them on Facebook at Bella Vista Pizza and Pasta. That's Bella Vista Pizza and Pasta on Facebook, on Instagram, at Bella Vista Pizza LI. That's at Bella Vista Pizza LI on Instagram. As a reminder from last week, we took a moment to pause to note that Bella Vista means beautiful view or beautiful sight in Italian. So if you're closer than I am, get your tail to Bella Vista Pizza and get your eyes and your taste buds on some awesome pizza and pasta from Bella Vista Pizza and Pasta. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. That's Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. 631-495-7696. That's 631-495-7696. When you work with Gina, you tap into the collective experience of the best, most experienced realtors on Long Island. Contact Gina today to discuss how Signature Premier Properties and Gina can help you market and sell your property successfully or find your perfect home. More information about Gina's listings can be found at signaturepremier.com. That's signaturepremier.com. List your house with Gina, and she will work so hard for you and sell your house so fast that it will make your
Head spin!
There have been some poor efforts, in the last couple of times I've called in. That was outstanding.
Yeah,
that was fabulous.
I love when you're proud of us.
That was great. I love when you're proud of me too. It's just all, let's support each other.
Yes.
And of course, the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Knockem Dead Comedy, Knockem Dead Comedy, for the funniest murder mysteries in the whole wide world, where I offer you the disclaimer that these, of course, are only comedic murder mysteries where no humans or animals are harmed in any way, shape, or form, yada, yada. Anyway, hey, Don.
Yes, Ken.
Do you want to see a boring murder mystery where some crusty old pea pants comes in and says, "There's been a murder in the parking lot of some character you've never met"?
No, I do not want to see that.
Well, thanks. I appreciate you not being like my pal Joe DeJesu, who always says yes, and we have to, deal with that separately. I'm on my toes for that now, but he caught me with it good the first time. Like, I don't even know what to say here. But you heard it, people. Don still has said no, he doesn't want to see that, and you don't want to see that either. If you do, go see the other guys. You want the full experience. You want to meet and hang out with the character who ultimately, pretty soon actually, is going to comedically die right before your eyes.
Yes.
I mean, who doesn't want to lose a new friend? So, you want to see it? You want to be right in the action, laughing, singing, dancing? You want to go to a Knockem Dead Comedy murder mystery show. On Instagram, follow at Knockem Dead Comedy. That's at Knockem Dead Comedy on Instagram. For upcoming show dates, check out knockemdeadcomedy.com/show dates. That's knockemdeadcomedy.com/show dates, of which Best of Long Island nominated Tony Walker will now provide you with more information.
Well, thank you, Ken. Thank you very much. You can see Knockem Dead Comedy Thursday, January 30th at the 317 Main Club in Farmingdale. 317 Main in Farmingdale. We're performing our mob-themed murder mystery. It's going to be a great show. Lots of laughs, music, dancing, games and prizes, and a murder that you get to solve right there at 317 Main in Farmingdale. That's January 30th. It's a Thursday night. Get your tickets now.
Yes.
Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com to see our full schedule, information on who we are, what we do, photos, videos, testimonials, and, of course, booking booking information. And speaking of great comedy shows...
Was that my cue?
No, we're playing...
I don't have those notes.
We're playing the new intro video that Don made.
Oh, nice.
All right, so head on over to...
I'm watching the bobbleheads.
What's that?
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm watching the bobbleheads still.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
I'm
on
on the
delay.
lag.
Head on over to Governor's Comedy Clubs, ladies and gentlemen, one of the 3 great Governor's Comedy Clubs here on Long Island. Let's see, this week, as we mentioned before, as we just had on the phone, Anthony Rodia. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night, 3 sold-out shows right here at Governor's in Levittown. Then Friday and Saturday, here at Governor's in Levittown, Mike Yard will be here. In the Little Room here at Governor's in Levittown, John Ziegler and Friends on Saturday night. John's a good friend of ours. He's a great guy, hilarious comedian. That's Saturday night. In the Brokerage in Belmore, Thursday is the All-Star Comedy Show. Friday and Saturday this weekend, I'm going to screw up this name, so forgive me, Cypher Sounds. Cypher Sounds. He's a DJ. He's an improv guy, an actor, so go see him. McGuire's in Bohemia, Thursday night, the All-Star Comedy Show. Friday and Saturday is Petey DeBro. Probably another name I messed up. And Sunday is the All-Star Comedy Show. Lots of great stuff happening at Governor's Comedy Clubs. Head on over to one of the three great clubs. Go to govs.com for a full schedule, ticket information, everything you need to know at govs.com. And, of course, speaking of Governors, don't forget all the great shows right here at govsradio.com. Today is Monday, so you have us. You had Tina and Greg this morning. What's today, Monday? We got The Wirt Show is on at 8 o'clock.
Oh, are they going on?
Yeah, The Word is on tonight.
Okay.
nice.
Tomorrow is Tuesday, so you got us at 11 a.m. You got comedians on football at 6:30. You got Anthony...
With a very happy Steve Belanger this week.
Yeah,
maybe quickly
absolutely.
notice.
Yes.
His boys made it to the dance.
That's right. And Johnny Goomba Johnny, too. That's his team, too.
Oh, very nice. Good.
Yep, so they made it. So comedians on football, 6:30. Anthony Rodia coming on for a few minutes at 8 o'clock. And don't forget, 2 Girls, 1 Mike will probably be on around 8:30-ish. That'd be my guess. Go to govsradio.com to watch all the shows, or our Facebook page, YouTube channel, govsradio.com. We appreciate all the support. And speaking of support, don't forget right there, we got the mugs. Right there, the mugs. Teespring.com. Get yourself a mug with the Govs Radio logo and then your favorite show on the back. You can get T-shirts, hats, all sorts of great stuff. That is teespring.com to
Thanks,
support
Vanna.
Govs Radio.
.com.
And thank you, Ken Pichelle, for a super job
Ken.
with those
Yeah,
ads.
thanks,
As
Ken.
always.
Great job.
Hey, Ken, someone said, Joan, actually Danielle's mommy said, Ken, how does it feel to have Anthony Rodia open for you? You're the man.
Yeah, I saw that. Now that's funny. That's
Yeah.
major comedy there, because I'm pretty sure Anthony. No, yeah, he ain't opening for me. But that was a funny observation. I appreciate it, Joan. Thanks, y'all. Again, I hate to, I don't hate to, but it's rare to get very serious again. But in all seriousness, I am so thankful to have connected with y'all and become a friend of the show. But to wind up at the point where that led to a new day using a song that I wrote as their theme song. I mean, that just connecting with those folks last week blew me away. So thank y'all very, very much.
Sounds like somebody's looking to get paid for that song.
Is it royalty?
No, but you remember just after the turn of the new year when I asked if my status remained as an unofficial, unpaid intern? I think I'd like to remain as an unpaid intern, but I think there's got to be some little fragment of official now that I've got a theme song on a show. But anyway, that's minor.
And what's the weather like there in North Kakalaka right now?
Thank y'all so much. It was colder. It was some drop below freezing.
Oh, really?
But
Yeah, that
not.
must be
I mean,
awful.
That's what
not
I
as
How are
cold
you
as up
bearing
there.
it?
When I had to drive through the snow the other day, I was missing North Carolina weather so bad.
Yeah, Ken, on my weather app, it says it's 20 degrees and it feels like 7. That's what it was at 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah, did y'all see Bruno's updates? And apparently, I actually looked to see if it was where he lived, and if I looked properly, he actually looked to be in a town that was north of his hometown, all the way up near Canada. But he was talking about, we went out to dinner, and it was -9 or something at the top of Vermont or New Hampshire. I forget which it is.
Yeah, it gets
but
really
yeah.
cold up there.
That's crazy cold. But no, yeah, it's not that cold here. I tricked myself this morning. I opened up my phone. I'm like, oh no, that's the North Carolina mountains. I'm not there right now. It's warmer here.
Nice.
Well, and in all seriousness, too, we appreciate you calling, all the support, and it's nice to consider you a friend. And
Yeah, you're like family now, Ken.
Absolutely, and we appreciate the call every day. Really appreciate all the support and the song, of course, and the songs you've given us in the past. And we enjoy everybody, and like Sallie said, everybody's like a member of the family here, so it's a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yes.
Mutual. But let me clear the phone line for y'all so you can talk to whoever's next or whatever hour 2 holds for us here.
Cool. Thank you, buddy.
All right.
Great
Thanks,
to talk
y'all.
to you, Ken. Thanks, man.
See you, buddy. Bye-bye.
You too. Thanks, Don. Bye, y'all.
That was nice. Little soft moment.
When you were in North
it's always
Carolina, did you find yourself saying y'all?
Only
Because Ken's
ironically.
not from there either. He's from Connecticut.
Yeah, when I was there, with the Long Island accent and everything, I still had like a sore thumb. So it was no secret that I was the New York guy, and that was my identity basically my whole time. And
You don't have a strong New York accent.
there I do, and I toned it
compared
down
to them, you
since I
probably
left.
do,
I
yeah.
toned it, but it was really strong, especially in the beginning. And there, it really stands out. But yeah, I mean, I only said y'all ironically. Like if I needed to get attention from like Chris Hooks or somebody, like,
Yeah.
come on, y'all,
Yeah.
we gotta go, we got to go. One time I was doing an indie film, and I had to be a Southerner, and the director's like, all right, can you do a Southern accent? I go, yeah, I could do it. So he goes, all right, let me hear it. So I was like, hey, y'all, how's it going? What you want to do? You want me to go dig a hole in the back? What do you want? He's like, we're going to change the character. We're going to make you from New York now. And I go, why? Why? He goes, because your Southern accent's a little insulting, actually. You make it all sound like Gomer Pyle.
Yeah,
I was
in
like, I
fact,
don't
that's
know
what
what
I
you
was
mean.
thinking. I was like, you sound just like Gomer.
Well,
Pyle.
golly.
Oh, God, I don't know what you're talking about. Come on.
But they do it to us, man. Any movie you watch
Oh,
about Long
yeah.
Island, everybody kind of talks like that,
Yeah,
man.
so-
What the fuck?
I hate the one of my pet peeves is the bad Long Island accent, and you hear it in a lot of movies or even like on Broadway. I saw Jersey Boys. He's like, "Hey, we gotta go over here, guys. Come on, gang," and all that kind of. And I hate it. I fucking hate it. And it's a pet peeve. I can't even watch a movie with a bad New York
Yeah,
accent.
I hear you.
Yeah.
know? But so I felt their pain. I can understand with the Southerners when I'm doing the Southern accent. They're like, "That's just damn right insulting. That's how you think we all sound." I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly to me
what I'm hearing." Yeah.
For some reason, Jeff Bosey wants you to know that he pleasures himself with your laugh. I had to read that twice. I was like, "Did he really? Yeah, he really said that."
And Gina wants your artwork because she wants to set up mugs and stuff on Teespring.
Hey, all right,
Gina
definitely.
wants your stuff.
That would be terrific. I would love that.
Jeff is pleasuring himself to your laugh, and Gina wants your stuff.
It's a great day for me right now. I'm loving it.
But speaking of, you mentioned Jersey Boys.
Yeah.
Speaking of Broadway shows. You okay?
Yeah, I'm
I don't
just
know
so
what that
happy.
was. Sally and I just saw Book of Mormon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how was that? I always hear such great things.
Holy
It
crap,
was
Don.
and talk about like it actually was on my bucket list. Like
Wow,
it was
yeah.
like every time anyone talked about a Broadway show, I'm like, I just want to see a Book of Mormon. That's it. I just wanted to see that. And we were talking like ahead of time. I'm thinking I wanted to see this for so long that I'm not even gonna like it because I wanted to see it so bad for
Right.
so long. Like my expectations were too high, and it was so much funnier than I even thought it was gonna be.
Oh, that's a good thing.
It's outrageous, outrageous, and
Don, give it a go.
hi.
You have the touch.
I think that's how you do. You just have to hold it down.
All right.
Hey, you're live in the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who this be?
Hello, Tony. I just want to let you know, last time I called in, I had a lot of people watching. So, guys, if you want to call in, not ask you questions about DJ D-Love, rather call in, guys.
DJ D Love in the house. Meow, meow, meow.
How's that for an intro, Dennis?
That's great. I love it.
Yeah, man. I'm a big fan of D Love.
Oh, thank you. I'm a big fan of Gov Radio, too, guys.
Meow, meow, meow.
I see a duet coming, some kind of
Yeah.
collaboration. All right, Dennis. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, Dennis.
Oh, did you get my
Go ahead.
Hey, Tony, did you get my introduction, right?
Did I get what?
Did you get my beat, right? I'm gonna play.
His beat.
His beat. Yeah, we had it before.
No, Mom. Did you get my beat closer to you?
Oh, he sent you a beat?
Oh, well, when did you send it, Dennis?
I sent it on Facebook Messenger.
But
Gotta check it out.
Since we talked last?
Yeah, I sent it to you a long time ago.
All right, we'll check it out later.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm working right now, Dennis, but I'll check it out and we'll play it.
Yes. And don't play it now. Play what I'm gonna play when I get on the air.
Got it.
Alright, that's what I'm gonna play. That's what I want to play when I get on the. That's what I'm playing when I get on the air.
Oh, you want to play it when you do your show? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no problem. DJ D Love. DJ D Love.
DJ D Loves. I say hello, Ghost Radio. You got any questions for me? Call in, please.
All right, Dennis. Thanks, buddy.
All right, see you later, guys.
All right, bye.
All right, D Love.
If anybody wants a question for D Love, just post your questions in the comments.
Is that somebody else calling?
Is it another call?
No.
Oh.
So back to like Book of Mormon. Like,
Hilarious. Hilarious, outrageous, smart, perfect cast. I mean, it was
perfect
just
cast.
Yeah, I don't have a single bad word to say about it.
No, it was just fantastic.
I always want to see it because it's on my list. I just started going to Broadway shows myself. I went to my first one a couple of months ago with Wendy.
Your first one ever?
On Broadway, yeah.
This was my only. Well, it was my second. I saw Lion King with a bunch of kids in a matinee one time.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I left Long Island when I was like 18, and my parents weren't bringing me to Broadway shows. You know,
Right,
they'd be like, "Go clean your room." And I just, recently came back, so.
Yeah, same here. I never went to any plays in the past. Never had the wanted to, but then through time, especially when I was in the South, they're like, "You mean you lived in New York?
Yeah.
And you train right away from the biggest city in the world. You never ever been to a Broadway show?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "What the hell? I've been to Broadway shows." And then I'm like, "All right."
Did they say hell? They said heck.
Yeah.
What?
Gosh darn
AT
it.
double hockey sticks?
Yeah, what in the garden? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, I can't believe you didn't go to a show. So anyway, I did finally went
What'd
to
you say?
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, okay. My sister saw that last week. She thought it was all right.
Yeah, it was good. You know what it is? It's now in the wake
She didn't
of...
think it was that great.
Well, the plays like the fun ones, like the one you went to,
Yeah.
and even Lion King and those kind of more upbeat.
Yeah.
This is very like...
Oh, it's a downer, man. It's
yeah,
dark.
I've seen the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole show is like that.
Yeah, and then they were singing so opera, I couldn't understand what like the one woman I couldn't understand.
Yeah.
She was just, and I'm trying to figure out. So I'm just basically going on emotions.
Yeah.
So then there's the one part where he finally is like, declaring his love for her. He's like, and he's like, "Christina, I love you." And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden realize I'm bawling, crying, and I don't know why exactly. Like because it was hard to follow.
Got verklempt.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there like this, and I'm like, he freaking loves her, man. And he's
You're like Pretty Woman.
yeah,
Yeah, when she goes to the opera and she starts to cry.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
kind of like that kind of experience. It was cathartic. Yeah, and then
Did you then turn to Wendy and start singing to her?
I said, "I'll be."
She's like, I'm never taking him again.
Well, this morning I was singing to her. I was singing, what's that song by Skid Row? Yesterday I remember you. And then I was waking her up. And then I said, "No, Wendy, It's not the radio. This is me singing. And she was like, shut up!
It's like her one day she can sleep in.
And I'm sitting there, woke up to hear the sound of pouring rain. And she's just like, that's one of her favorite songs, you know,
Oh, okay.
because we're both, 80s kids.
80s
and
hair metal.
Yeah.
80s hair metal, man. And but she was not into it this morning. Shut up! When are you gotta go? When are you leaving?
Why did you come back from North Carolina?
I know. Why did you move in? Never had this before. No, but yeah. So tell me about the play, man. 'Cause I always wanted to see it. Like I don't even really know
It
what
was
it's
nothing.
about.
It really, probably 80% of it was unexpected to me. Like I didn't expect like most of it.
Well, you're not a South Park person.
No.
Well, and
Well, I've seen South Park,
yeah,
like obviously,
right.
but I don't
I got-
watch like every single
It's
episode.
like that humor.
right, because if you know South Park, you know these are the guys that did it, or do South Park. So there's going to be a level of outrageousness to it.
There were probably 5 times when I'm like, how are they not shut down? Like you'd think they'd be like people picketing.
Protesting.
No, I'm not kidding. And
Yeah,
nothing bothers me.
Right,
But I was
right.
just like feeling for them, like how are they not shut down? You know?
Who are they targeting? Like, religion as a whole?
Yeah, I think. I mean, they obviously
Probably.
used Mormon as the example,
Yeah.
but it really, I took it as religion as a whole.
Yeah,
And just like with South Park, Jesus is all over this thing, and they really portray him in a comedic way, which, as a person, for me myself, growing up. I grew up in a very strict Catholic household, very strict, old school Catholic. We had the Virgin Mary statue in the front lawn.
Right.
We had a Levitt house, and if you're not familiar with Levitt houses, back after World War I, when Long Island was just developing, Abe Levitt was the developer who made what were called Levitt houses. He sold them cheap, and they were designed in a certain way where you can easily build on them and expand on them, but they were made cheap and sold cheap because most people come home from the war and they didn't have a lot of money. But the big selling point was you had this, and the living room had stairs going up to the second floor. On that wall where the stairs was a little indentation in the wall, and there was like maybe a 13-inch TV, and that would be included.
Right.
But in my house, my grandmother expanded on that hole where the TV, took the TV out, and had a big giant statue of the Virgin Mary there, and beads and
Wow, so like
and we did the rosary every night. Oh yeah, it was
Wow, yeah.
it was hardcore. So, but when you're being raised Catholic, you have the Catholic guilt. You have the, you have to feel bad, and if you don't do this, this
Going
will
to
happen
hell.
to you. You'll be punished. There's a punishment
Yeah.
for everything. And every picture of Jesus, growing up, when we were growing up, every picture of Jesus was.
Not the one in my house.
Yeah, we just
But so seeing South Park, where he's always portrayed in a comedic way, and in this play as well, and it's not. I don't take it as disrespectful. I just think they're doing it in a comedic way, and I think Jesus is laughing his ass off when he sees that. I think God, whatever.
So your
God-
inner Catholic
he had
that you channel watching this, you weren't offended. You thought it was
not at all.
okay.
Never. Even and again, going back to South Park. In fact, we were talking about it the other day. Jackie the Joke Man was here, and we were talking about how South Park even started. They got their big break because they made a little cartoon of Jesus fighting Santa Claus. That was that was the big break they got.
Right,
All the
right.
Hollywood executives saw that. So they've always had some kind of fun with Jesus, and I think that's even spread through the years. South Park is over 20 years now, and once in a while you'll see a doll with Jesus, like
yeah,
this.
you see,
and-
we're doing the thumbs up thing.
Right,
that kind of
right.
stuff,
So
yeah.
I think that's all from South Park. That's where it all started, and that's not once am I offended, but I'm not. I also don't practice Catholicism anymore. So. But I still have my beliefs. I have that rooted in me. I don't see it as
it's
offensive
ingrained.
at all. I think it's hilarious, the things that Jesus was doing in
it
this
was
play,
so
and
funny.
just religion in general, and even the Mormons. They all look like Ken dolls. The hair was perfect, and they were very robotic, and even a little
yeah.
The music was fantastic.
The music was great.
Yeah.
The lyrics were so funny.
Yeah.
But so Tony's mommy loves
Jesus.
She loves Jesus. But she loves shows. She loves musicals.
she went
She
too?
loves, no.
Oh.
But we
I don't know where
went,
she's going with this.
well, because we were talking. Not,
My
you weren't a
mother
part of
loves
this
shows?
conversation.
What does that mean?
Yeah, she loves musicals. She
She
loves.
does?
Yes.
She hasn't been to a play since the 1950s.
She rattled off 5 musical shows that she loves.
Name them.
She said South Pacific, Sound and Music, Caravan.
No, she watched them all on TV.
Well, yeah, but she loves them. That just because she doesn't go and sit in the theater doesn't mean she doesn't love
Go
them.
out. Get some exercise.
But we were talking about it, so she's like, "Do you think that I would like this?" And I go, no. So she laughed, and I go, and she like looked at me, and I go, no. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But it is amazing to me how, because religion is such a touchy subject. But I mean, this show's been running for years. It's still selling out. It
won awards, Tonys, and everything else.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
the guy who does the snowman from Frozen came from that play. I think he won.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
that's correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So you would love it. You would love it. And I remember going to see the South Park movie. I remember the first 45 minutes of that movie just laughing nonstop, to the point where I couldn't believe I was laughing so much. And this play was just like that, except it was the whole play.
Yeah, it was at the Eugene Theater, so it was
The Eugene what?
O'Neill.
That's right. You should remember that.
I should have remembered that.
The Eugene O'Neill Theater.
That's right.
So it's like small and intimate. Like there's no bad seat.
Yeah, that's what I like about the theaters in Manhattan is a lot of them, especially on Broadway, are all small because just because of they're all like 200. No, I think ours was like a 2,000 seater.
That's still
like,
small.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, 2,500 something like that. But yeah, if you fit in a couple thousand people in there, like you said, it's so small and the stage is right there.
Yeah,
there's nothing better than live entertainment.
Oh, absolutely. And and it's funny you mentioned Phantom of the Opera because, I don't watch or really listen to opera, but if I'm there, I can appreciate it.
Yeah,
and I would, I'd really get into it. Anything live theater, comedy,
you wouldn't cry like you, but
I tell you, when I first got there, we're sitting down. It's very cramped. Like the seats are tiny.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, they are really.
Yeah, and then there's the guy, and I'm thinking, man, God is testing me right now or greater forces of life are testing me, my patience right now, because I'm squeezed in. And then all of a sudden, this guy with a giant head sits right in front of me and angles his head in a certain way where now I can't get a clear view of the stage. So I'm like this now.
Yeah.
And then I'm at that guy's rhythm.
Yeah.
So if that guy decides to shift his head that way, I got to... So I'm getting steam.
Like you're on the back of a bicycle. Try so it doesn't fall off.
Exactly. I'm like trying to see past.
Lean with me.
So I was so mad at that guy.
Yeah.
And I could feel the steam, and Wendy could sense it, and she's just like, just have fun. Just relax.
I know.
Here to have fun. Enjoy it. She's like my conscience.
Yeah.
She's like, just
She's
relax.
the good one on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Does it work?
It does work.
Because at first Tony sat down, and it ended up being fine. But I go, someone sat like right next to him. He likes aisle seats.
Yeah.
Well, it's a leg thing.
Yeah.
There's no leg room.
So
they can't spread
before
your legs
that,
out
it never
and-
bothered you being in the middle of an aisle? I think it strikes me that you would always
I
want.
always prefer to seat.
He
an
doesn't
aisle
like
seat.
sitting
but
near
everybody
people.
does.
Right.
But
I don't
everybody
like
does.
it, yeah.
But now with the prosthetic, it does make it a little harder.
It's probably
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's cozy.
Well, yeah,
You know?
you don't have a prosthetic leg yet.
And you're also
Yeah.
a smaller person,
Yeah.
so it's easier for you. You're more
I
compact.
know.
I got long legs.
So I asked him to switch, and he's like, "No, I'll be all right." And then because I said I was like, "Are you going to be all right?" He's like, "No."
It's gonna be the longest 2 hours of my life.
I hate this.
So I'm like, "Okay, great." Hasn't even started yet, but it ended up being fine because the seats were that we got the seats for the tickets from my sister Cindy. She got them as a Christmas gift for us. Ironically,
nice.
a religion.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but she got us third row, so like right in the middle.
Oh,
So
wow, that's
to
awesome.
her, she thought it was great.
That is great.
Yeah, but it was great. It ended
But
up being
to be in the middle
fine.
of everyone was
One time when we went to go see our friend Elio Pace get an award, and we were just talking about how he gets screwed seating all the fucking time. Like I'm not even kidding. Like it's at the point where you just really start to notice.
Right.
So the worst.
I think it's 5. I'll have to check with Zach. Zach and I have been to 5 movies where the movie, like, they can't get it playing or it stops working.
Oh,
like-
really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I have
Wow.
the worst luck at these
Yeah.
things. Absolutely.
So we go and we sit down for Elio's thing, and I sit down and he sits down, and I actually said, I was like, well, the luck is good now because this is a perfect view. We have, dead center. This is going to be amazing. And as I was saying that, and I'm seriously not kidding. I'm not exaggerating because I love to exaggerate.
true, yeah.
I'm not exaggerating right now. 6'4", 5",
300 pounds.
big guy,
Wow.
two of them.
Two of them.
Sit down, and the guy that sits right in front of Tony's, now it gets worse. He sits down right in front of Tony's, and he's got a cowboy hat. What the
Like out of a cartoon. It's like 5 feet tall on its own.
And those
Unbelievable.
he spent $1,000 on this hat. He's not taking this hat
Yeah,
off.
holy. And
So-
where do we put it? It's so big. There's
Right.
no place to
Oh,
put
he
it.
wasn't putting it anywhere.
Yeah.
It was staying right where it was.
So the whole entire
What an
time,
asshole that guy is.
Tony had to lean over to see
my
it.
God.
But I can only
just
lean.
said it.
I can only lean. Luckily, to my left, where Sallie was, because the guy to his right was with him. He had one too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, son of a bitch. So I'm like trying to look
Oh, my
between.
God.
cowboy hats.
I couldn't, we were looking around just like it was
That
so
is-
funny.
That's when you really start thinking, like, what do I do in this situation? Do I just grin and
people.
bear it, or do I say, hey, asshole,
Like-
take off your hat, you schmuck? What are you thinking?
And
What are
I'm
you
5
thinking? Yeah.
feet. Like I'm 5 feet, so my hair doesn't touch the back of the seat, and the
yeah.
thing. And even then, I'm like conscious of just sitting a little low. I'd never be like,
Yeah, right. You don't want.
And it
yeah.
seems like the people that are like 6'4" are like, my head isn't touching the ceiling yet.
Yeah, yeah, I know. There certain people, like the guy in front of me too. Like the people with the biggest heads, or they have hats, or they just find their way. They gravitate.
Yeah, sit at on the side or something. That's good seating too,
Yeah, I mean, and these people should know if you go into a show, not wear your giant cowboy hat that particular day.
It was a
It's
nice
funny to
hat.
even say, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You go to a show, don't wear your giant cowboy hat.
But
Yeah.
they came up just from Texas. They came up from Texas just to see the show
Wow.
with their hats.
So Ken Pichelle says he saw Michael Cavanaugh. Speaking of Broadway shows, Michael Cavanaugh was the
right,
original singer in Billy Joel's Moving Out play. On
Oh,
Broadway,
nice,
the musical. He saw him on Saturday do Elton John songs with the North Carolina Symphony. Very nice. He said
Wow,
it was
cool.
great. Charles Goonan is watching. Hello, Charles. Hello, pal.
The great Goonin.
Gina Conjemi Coffin, going back to before Wendy saying she couldn't stand you singing. She said her husband Jack is now off from work for over a month.
Wow.
He needs to go back to work or I'm going to lose it. He is driving me crazy.
Does he sing to you?
God, well, actually,
I remember.
He doesn't have a bad voice.
yeah,
I went
used
to high
sing,
school with him.
Yeah, he used to sing with my brother in school. Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Also watching is Anthony Graziday.
All right,
Anthony
the Graz.
Graz, since she's watching, I'm just going to thank Graz because, as you guys know, a few months ago when there was another show playing on Thursday nights, Graz was nice enough to move his show from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And now he's agreed to move his show again. He's going from 9 o'clock to 9:45. A few months ago we did a little test run where we did a little Governors Live from the Green Room. Sallie, myself, Eric, and Steve Belanger, and we did almost 4 freaking hours. We're not doing that again. but
I was so tired. My eyes were bugging out.
but we are going to do Thursday nights is a busy night. You got Soul Space at 6:30. Well, now you're going to have us, actually. Actually, going to be the three of us.
Yeah,
The
it's
three of
gonna
us
be
that you
the
see
three
now.
of us.
Oh, cool, man.
At 8 going from 8 to 9:30, live from Governor's Green Room. We're going to be interviewing all the comedians that are coming through here that night. Maybe we'll bring in an extra guest or two, and hopefully just have a lot of laughs and have a lot of fun. Followed by Limo Talk with Graz at 9:45, doing what they do. I love. I'll be honest. I love when they do sports. I love Limo Talk when they do sports. All the guys on there know their sports. They know it very well. You have Bobby Inns, who adds a lot of humor and color to it. You have Graz, who's a good setup for Bobby. They've known each other a long time, so they have good chemistry. So their show will still be on, and you'll still catch it. They always go, they always do marathon shows anyway, and you guys are loyal to them, and you watch them. So you'll still get them. They're just coming on 45 minutes later, doing what they do, doing it well. So we appreciate you guys supporting Limo Talk. We appreciate Limo Talk moving for us once again, as we're trying to build this station. We're always doing various things here. Some things work, some things don't, but we try. We're trying to build the station up. We're trying to make it a major place. Yes, moving Limo Talk. It's just starting 45 minutes later. He was starting at 9. He's going on at 9:45. So
yeah, those guys rock, man. I love Graz, and I love his crew that he works with. Bosie's over there, of course, and all those other guys that he's got on there. I think they're great, man, and they're great for a number of reasons. Like you said, the sports stuff. I know Graz is a big Rangers fan and Mets fan.
That's right.
And always doing that. And they have, what's his name calls in all the time?
Mad Dog Russo.
Yeah, Mad Dog Russo. So, yeah, man, I love the Graz, love what he's doing. He always was a big supporter of my show, the Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up, and this show as well.
Absolutely.
And I think that for Govs Radio, it's just, we're a powerhouse right now. We got a lot of talent coming on, and it's so eclectic, man. The different types of shows we have you get the stuff from Graz, like a kind of a sports / comedy show, it's kind of gritty, and all that, and then the next day you have the guy with the food,
right? Felix,
and he brings in, and then you have like a food show, and then we have a spiritual show, and then we have the tarot card show, then a jam session, punk rock.
Yeah,
it's so diverse, and there's a lot for everyone to take in. So I think the station is going into a great direction.
We're trying hard.
And there's there is a lot of sports. You have comedians on football. There's actually comedians on baseball is coming. Sometime in February or early March? What was it?
Mid-March.
Mid-March. So that's coming on Sunday nights. So there are a lot of sports, but so what? It's different flavors of sports, and it's different comedy. Everything is, almost all the shows have the comedy flair to it, obviously, because we're coming at you from a comedy club. So I don't feel we're overdoing it with sports. And like you said, it's all just a different variety of stuff. Even on Monday nights, tonight, you got The Wort, a show about beer. Yeah. And they have a huge following, and they do it well. They're very good. The show is great, and I like the different variety of stuff.
That's a very large variety, a very eclectic. You could tune in anytime and see all kinds of stuff, and everything is extremely entertaining, and does have there is an essence of like you said, we're in a comedy club, so there is that the comedy is always there.
Right. And even Ken Pichelle says 9:45 on Thursdays. Got it. They're a blast, and it's a fine place to hear Jeff Bosie. Absolutely, great place to showcase Jeff. And I put it on Facebook the other day that we're trying to showcase more people here too. Like we've played Andy Plajanos' skits. We're trying to do a little bit more of that. If anybody has a skit, an audio that we would play. Maybe just on the audio feed, or we would play during our show, or even a video, or maybe you could just do a simple video in here that we can record, and play. Either we just post it on our YouTube channel, or we play it during one of our shows. We're always looking for ideas. We're always looking for ideas, suggestions, thoughts, even complaints. You can reach out to us, govsradio@optimum.net, or you can reach out to us on our Facebook page. We're very accessible. And always looking to expand and do new things. The candy canes are positioned such that they look like Don's stash, like he brought snacks for himself. Oh, that's what we have to talk to Don about.
What?
We heard... oh, yes, and thank you, Gina. Sponsorship and advertising space is available on all shows if anyone is interested. Email us. That's what we had to talk to Don about. Who told us? Somebody said that on your show you would not let them have candy canes.
That's not true.
No, that's not true?
No, I don't remember ever saying no.
I don't know.
Oh, I think he's making this up.
Yeah, I never say, like somebody, and I don't remember anybody asking if they could have one, but if I would never say no.
Yeah, if you guys, whoever's in here, yes, please take a candy cane.
To eat a delicious candy cane if you feel. These are not just all for me. I like to share the wealth. I never.
Oh, all right, that's somebody accused you.
See how
Scandal.
rumors start?
Yeah, Graz was accusing us of a scandal. I know it was a tongue-in-cheek type of thing, but But yeah, I mean, we have the poll, the live fan poll. So it's a new thing that we've added in for the tournament series of the Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up show that we do on Saturday nights. We have, for those of you who are not familiar, we put 2 comedians through a whole bunch of comedy competitions, and we have seasoned veteran comedians who basically judge each round. But we have 5 rounds now going into the tournament series, and one of the newer rounds is this fan poll, which basically we have challenged the comedians to see, because to be successful, and guys like Rodea will have proven this, you have to self-promote. You have to get out there and utilize social media, utilize your fan base, create a new fan base, grow your fan base, and all of that kind of stuff to build your own brand. So this is kind of a challenge to do that. It's a fan poll where we basically put the pictures of each comedian. So this week will be Andrew Plagianos, and then we'd have Dana McAllister head-to-head, and then it's up to them. I don't step in at all. I don't post anything on any. It's up to those 2 people to now get the word out and get votes. Now, the polls have been getting better and better as far as numbers. So the very first poll we did was Mandy Jones versus Bruce Lipsky, and that got about 200 and something votes. They doubled it last week with Bonnie Scalisi versus Jeff Bosey. Got into the 500s. I think it was like 501 was the final call. And so we're seeing the comedians getting out there and pushing to do that challenge. Now,
because that's part of the life now. It's utilizing the social media to spread the word of what you're doing.
Exactly.
As we know with Rodea.
Right, exactly. You see that with Rodea. I think the godfather of that, so to speak, was back in the day, Dan Cook on MySpace created his whole fan base. He was the first one to ever hit 1 million on MySpace, and then he utilized that fan base, then started going to his shows.
Sure.
Very similar to what we're seeing with Rodea.
Right.
Selling out shows with this fan base that he built. So anyway, so now the thing with this is the voting is not anonymous. So you can click and you can see who voted for who. So like with Graz, I guess, if I'm getting it right, Graz, let me know if we're not, he voted against Mandy Jones, who's his friend.
Right.
He voted for Bruce Lipsky.
Right.
Who I don't even know if he knows Bruce. But anyway, he thought it was anonymous. So then imagine his despair or whatever when all of a sudden he finds out that Mandy Jones is mad at him.
Right. I heard she showed up at his house and beat him.
Yeah, so again, I'm trying to figure out a way to make it anonymous. But I'm not, it's a Facebook poll.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Yeah, so I don't think there's a way to do it. I've tried. Because I was concerned about, even before Graz brought it up, I was concerned about my vote. Because I need to vote for somebody just so I could see the poll.
Oh.
Yeah, so now I don't want somebody going, oh, Don voted for Jeff Bosey.
Because I was like, you should probably not vote.
Yeah.
But
I need
you
to
have
see the
to
number.
see it.
What I do is I tell them both. I have a message a DM, where I put both contestants on there and we all communicate prior to the show.
Like a week.
Yeah, so I know that both of them got the joke writing challenge. I know that both of them are seeing all the same information.
Sure.
So I told them both, hey, just so you guys know, I vote for both of you. Whoever's lower in the poll, I will jump to that.
Just to be able to see the screen.
Just so I could see the screen, and then I'm also supporting the lower person to whatever. So that's where it stands for me. But then, but there's no scandal. It's out of my hands.
Well, did you feel weird that Jeff actually won before the poll and then lost?
No, because that's the whole point of the. And I told Jeff, and I don't know if Bosey's still watching too, but I did.
Yeah, I think he is.
I did message Bosey privately during it all when he's starting to get, because at first he was winning, right?
Right.
Then all of a sudden it tilted, and Bonnie had him 80% to 20% or whatever it was. So I said, hey, just a heads up, you got to start getting your guys going here, and and Bosey took it, and Bosey shared away and did his thing, and it was it's about as fair as it can get. So I'm giving everybody a heads up when I see them dip, and I even give them heads up about Gagoots. I say, hey, just want to give you guys another friendly reminder. Gagoots is preparing. He's writing his roasts. You guys,
I love his roasts.
Because what's not good for the show is if they're not prepared.
Yeah.
Right.
So we had a couple comedians that weren't prepared, and then they fail miserably, where it's not even entertaining. They just sitting there like Benny will roast them, and they just like, I ain't got nothing, man. And then you're like, this sucks.
But you should have something.
Yeah.
Right, you've had somebody tap out.
Yeah, they tap out because they were unprepared.
Right.
They thought they can just come in and mail it in. And look, the show, it's a fun show. To me, we don't take it incredibly serious. It's a fun, but we take it serious, but not incredibly serious. And it's fun, but it's not something I think if a comic is coming in to be a contestant, you can just mail it in. You can't just mail it. You have to be prepared. There's a lot of things to it. And that goes with, if you're a comedian and you got a set and you're going to perform that night, you can't just wing that either.
Right.
You got to always be prepared. So,
and it's a hard life. And you're trying to get into certain places to perform. And it's the same thing now. I mean, and it's out there, right? The prize?
Yeah, the prize is out there. We all know now.
The prize is playing in the main room here at Governor's. I mean,
paid gig.
Right. A paid gig to play the main room at Governor's. If you're not going to take advantage of that and try to, win to get that, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Jeff Goonan said, Jeff didn't... Or Charles Goonan said, Jeff didn't win the Electoral College.
That's true. And I love Goonan's take on Bosie the whole way through. That he was just this depressed
Charles
guy.
is so funny, man.
Oh, man, he was cracking me up.
Wendy's watching, by the way.
Ah, Wendy. I was just talking about how I sang to you this morning.
And then
I remember.
And she just left.
She's like, stop!
Don't do it again. I just got it out of my head. You son of a bitch.
She's like, I thought I'd be better after coffee. It just wasn't.
Nice.
No, but the great Goonan, man, I definitely would love to have him back. It's tough getting him out here because he's coming from Brooklyn. And I appreciate him coming through on the train, through peak hours. But he's also coming through the snow. I mean, that last show, I was very pleasantly surprised that everyone made it.
Yes.
I was waiting for somebody to bail, but everybody made it, man. And the Gagoots was there. He forgot the wheel, but that's forgiven because and I love Benny, whatever. But we did the same thing, just picking random out of the hat.
Okay.
Yeah,
that works.
Yeah, it worked.
Sure.
Yeah, that actually worked fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Gagoots made it through the snow. I drove an hour and a half to get here from the Hamptons in the snow. I live all the way out in Manorville, like right by West Hampton.
Yeah.
So it's a hike.
It is a hike.
But it's worth it, man. And so everybody made it out. Bonnie was great and deserved her victory. She practiced very, very hard to and put together some really good jokes. Did you guys watch? You see her impression of what's her name? Rosanna Banana, whatever. What's Gilda Radner?
Oh, that night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she did really great with that.
She did a great impression.
Bonnie's great.
She had all her jokes, and she busted her butt with that fan pole, man. And it's just so ironic again with Graz bringing up all this scandal about the fan pole, and it comes down to the fan pole. It came down to it. That was the difference maker. Jeff had 101.5 to 100.
Yeah.
And then the fan poll came in.
How many points do you get for the fan
You get 10
poll?
points. They count as one judge.
Okay.
So the fan poll, so those 500 people that voted, their vote accumulated to one judge vote, and it was a 10. So those 10 points helped was a difference maker in that thing.
Yeah, Bonnie said she just reached out to all her Republican friends. So
rallied them.
none of them can appreciate a joke, but they voted for her because they're all Republican.
vote for Bonnie. She's going to be huge. No, but it was great, and again, I do appreciate everything. Like Graz is always talking about our show and his show, whether he gets the name of my show right or not. I was debating calling his show Uber Eats instead of Limo Talk because he always calls my show Put Up, Shut Up, or Fuck Off or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I was gonna, but I love the Limo Talk guys, and but yeah, it's but it's ironic that it came down to the fan poll. I think that is karma, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got 5 minutes. I failed to mention before to get yourself on Governor's mailing list because there's exclusives on there. They have special announcements. They even give out codes because a lot of times the shows here are free. So make sure you get on Governor's Comedy Club's mailing list. I did mention Teespring. And I also want to mention we have these passes. You know what, Don? Take a bunch of passes.
Hey, all right.
Take a bunch. Passes are good for 4 people. It's not good for all the shows, but it's good for most of the shows. Make sure you get some. And we're always trying to give them away. So all you got to do is call. All you got to do is call here, and we'll get your passes, and they're good immediately. These particular passes expire at the end of April. And then hopefully we get more. Who knows? But, yeah, call in and anytime. Call in anytime during our show, and we'll give you some free passes. So it's all right. So we got 5 minutes left. How are we celebrating Martin Luther King Day? How are you celebrating your blackness, Don?
Well, I always do. I am big into the hip hop world, and
that's right, Cankersaurs.
Yeah, I got the Cankersaurs. You could check that out on Instagram. We've been doing that for years. We haven't with me and my boy Johnny G. No, but I think this is a great day to be honest, and I think Martin Luther King deserves everything, to have a day.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, and it's just it's to me today. We have the governor's party tonight. We're going to celebrate that.
Yes.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
That'll be fun.
Looking forward to that.
Is Wendy going?
Wendy will be there.
Nice.
Yay, I'll finally meet you.
And you get to meet Wendy finally. It's going to be
I know.
nice. It's going to be fun. And then I'm doing other stuff today. But the show, the thing tonight too, that Jeffrey Gurgian, I got to figure out how to pronounce his name. But there's a comedian who's going to be one of our guest judges next week.
Oh, nice.
Along with Anthony Rodina.
Yeah. Who else was supposed to?
I'm not 100% sure who the other judge was.
I don't know who you'd bump off that week. I'm not really sure.
But Jeffrey might be here tonight too at the party. He said he was invited by somebody else. So I'm hoping he's here too. That'd be cool to see him ahead of time. I never met him.
Well, yeah, it's not just Govs Radio. They invite the comedians, their staff, us. So yeah, it's everybody.
It's going to be awesome.
It really is a good time. Yeah, it's really great. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. So that's gonna be fun.
And so right. So you're doing an interview with him for his podcast or something today. Is that right?
No, Heather Lerman has a podcast.
That's right.
I knew you were doing some kind of podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm going to be doing Hanging with Heather, and it's a YouTube thing. So
it's YouTube,
yeah.
okay.
So it's not affiliated with any other any of our rivals. It's all her.
Right. We don't have any rivals.
Well, I mean rival.
No, I'm just
people. But she's Hanging with Heather. It's going to be on YouTube. I'll put
live.
It's not live. It's
okay.
pre-taped.
Okay.
I think she puts it out within 48 hours. So I'll definitely share it and let everybody know to check it out. She was a contestant on our show.
Yeah, I remember. Mm-hmm.
And she has books out, and she writes children's books, and she's a great woman, entrepreneur, and out there doing her thing. So props to Heather Lerman. I'll be on the show today doing that, and then the party tonight. I'm excited to meet all these people, man.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Network.
We'll introduce you to everybody. All right, there we go. We got a minute or two left. You know what? I'm just going to take this opportunity since we're pretty much done. I just wanted to congratulate my son. He made the dean's list at college.
Yes,
Nice.
awesome,
Zachary.
Zach making it happen.
Hey, Captain Jack is watching. Jack, where you been? Captain Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Good to see you, Jack. Hope to see you soon. Taz has been watching. Sorry we didn't mention you sooner, Taz. Mr. G, I was supposed to redraw him. What?
Mr. Goonan.
Oh, I didn't know who Mr. G was.
I would love a Taz drawing. It's like an honor, I think.
Yes,
once she draws
absolutely.
you, I think it's like an honor, like a
Totally nails it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. She hasn't been inspired to draw me, so maybe I'm just not interesting.
All right, there you go, Taz. There's your assignment.
Interesting face. I'm trying to pose for her.
I know you're like.
Should I have a serious how about this? Or I could do my headshot.
That's your headshot.
My comedy headshot.
Do it. All right, now do a friendly pose. Do a sexy pose. That was funny and a little disturbing.
You got a little movement, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time moving under the desk here. Remember Eddie Murphy? He had that bit about having a hard on while you're sitting at the desk in school and the teacher wants to go up to the board.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'll just take the zero.
Yeah, I'll stay right here.
So once again, congratulations, Zach.
Yes, congrats.
Done. So put up, stand up, put up, shut up, or stand up right there on Govs Radio on Saturday nights. It's the competition's getting it's heating up.
Yeah.
Andrew Plajanos for Stania McAllister. We got Jeffrey Gurgian. I got to figure out how to pronounce it. I'm so bad with names, man. It's something I got to work on. But Jeffrey Gurgian He's a legend. He's gonna be on the show along with Anthony Rodia has just signed on to be
Nice.
So yeah, it's gonna be a fun show. Looking forward to it, and yeah, it's gonna be like I said, the winners of this one then go to round 2. Then after that is the championship round where the 2 comics will duke it out and then make it to the paid gig on the main stage. And it's TBD as far as what date and time and all that good stuff. So we'll see what happens next.
Sorry, I'm just watching because everybody's on a delay. I just saw your sexy. I'm just cracking
You got
up.
to relive it.
It's Monday. The Word Show is on tonight at 8 o'clock. Tune in for that. And then we're back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Tomorrow's Tuesday. So what do we got? We've got comedians on football tomorrow night at 6:30. Anthony Rodia and Johnny will be in here for a few minutes tomorrow night at 8, followed by 2 Girls, 1 Mike. And everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching. It was a great show. Thanks for everybody for calling in and hanging out with us. Please call in tomorrow and get yourself some passes to the club.
And
Don,
some
again,
candy
thanks,
canes.
pal. Thank
Yes.
you, Don Sill.
Thank you, you guys.
Open
are awesome.
invite, pal.
Yes.
Anytime.
I love you guys.
All
man.
right. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.